Hey everyone, welcome back. This is just a little impromptu live stream, and I'm going to have a nice little conversation with Ranting Monkey. It's been a while, man, even though it was just basically an hour ago since I was on your stream, but we'll not talk about that. How you doing?
Well, it's been a while since we've had a long talk.
Yeah, exactly. I just showed up at the tail end of your stream there and trashed the place, basically.
Yeah, you made me run off. How dare you, sir? How dare you? No, I was actually planning on going to bed, and things happen. So I probably would have been streaming anyway soon. So I'm happy you invited me.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly been too long. I don't know. It's so easy to talk to you, so it's great to have you here and just have a nice sort of flowing conversation without any sort of script or anything.
So I actually like those. A lot of the times when I have a couple of topics in mind, and those are fun, but my favorites are when we just get off on some random topic, spend like 2 hours talking about a movie.
Sure. I mean, that's because that's when you're passionate about something. You're not just talking about something to sort of hit the marks.
Sure. Yeah. And those have their place, but
sure. Especially for you, I guess you have to have a format for your show, and you're doing this as a total day job. So I'm not knocking that.
No, well, see, for our nightly show that we do, there's a format for that. And Monkey in the Morning started as me. We only have so much time for each thing. And there's this one night, and I can't even remember the topic. I was hot about it. It's like, okay, it's time to move on. Like, cool. So when we were done, it's like, I need to vent about this more. And so I vented for like an hour and a half about the same damn subject. And it was a lot of fun. So I just started doing it all the time. Yes, cool. Monkey in the Morning has no format whatsoever. It's just whatever the hell is said.
That is just you throwing your brain out there.
Yep. It's just whatever's on my mind or comes up. And yeah, we just run with it. Hi, Vanilla Bear. She's in the chat there. She's a sweetheart. All of you guys are sweethearts, but that's
Vanilla Bear, like Bears, Pirate Bear's girlfriend?
Bear's missus, indeed.
Yes.
Wife, actually.
Yes. That I remember. I don't have dementia like Biden yet, so that's good.
I have my Biden moments. I'm not going to lie. I blame the medicine.
Well, I mean, there's having your moment, and then there's like being like that, being Biden
all the time.
They should.
It's so hard to watch him.
What's that movie? Being John Malkovich. They should have a movie called Being Biden.
Being John Malkovich.
Being Biden.
Yeah, that would be a confusing movie.
It fucking would.
What the hell's he talking about now?
The fuck is going on?
That poor bastard, man. They need to put him in a home. They really do.
Yeah,
do you watch the election real hard?
No, I mean, I don't keep on top of it that much, but I did find a nice supercut today that I posted on Twitter with him just constantly losing track of what he was doing. You might have seen it. I don't know. Did you see it?
I didn't see it, but
I'm sure there's a gazillion.
I'll probably show it.
It's probably there's probably a gazillion versions of it. Everyone's probably done a supercut of that, but it's amazing. He's like at one of them. He's having a conversation with a live stream or something. Someone's obviously he doesn't know how to live stream, but someone set up a live stream for him, and he just off the camera like, and he doesn't understand that there's a camera and he has to be there. I don't know if you've seen that.
Which is weird because he's worked cameras before. But yeah, he's giving an answer to a question. I know what clip you're talking about. Yeah.
And he's like just wanders off.
And
it's not
the hell back here.
It's not that he doesn't understand. I think it's more that he forgot. He totally just forgot. He understands. He understands. Obviously, he's been in front of cameras all his life, but featured out of him.
Vanilla Bear wants us to say happy birthday to her son, who's 15 today. Happy birthday, sir. And don't listen to your mom.
Birthday.
Life is all uphill from there. She said, tell him that life goes downhill from here. No.
Well, he's
life
still
starts going downhill at 40.
Yeah, well, it depends. I think at 18, it goes downhill from 18.
Yeah. Way back when you were invincible, right?
Well, you certainly did believe it back then.
Yeah, man, I remember being 18. I was 10 foot tall and bulletproof, man.
For fuck's sake.
Now I'm like 3 foot tall and crippled, so is what it is.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so what was the did you see anything else funny since you're talking about the election?
No, after I got off the stream earlier, I started watching YouTube, and I was actually watching. I love Joe Rogan's show when he has like comedians on, and he had Bert Kreischer. Is that how you say his name? The guy who always takes his shirt off when he does his stand up, the fat guy. Oh, and so I was watching that, and I also watched Dennis Miller had been on the Rubin Report recently, so I was watching that. I love Dennis Miller. He's one of my all-time favorite comedian. So I was watching that. He was talking about how he's 66 now, and he's just given up the fight. He's too old to fight. He's more interested in just enjoying his life now. Like, all right, fair enough. There's still a lot of fight left in me. I'm still ready to argue with anyone all the time.
I just don't understand why people. Okay, go ahead.
And then I just turned over and watched the Bert Kirshner thing, and it was just I enjoy watching comedians talk about their craft.
Right. I was just going to ask, like, how do you figure people like anyone else, Biden or Trump or Sanders, just why don't they just quit and enjoy life? They're fucking millionaires. They know that they're going to die any day. Why don't they just fucking quit and move to an island with naked women and cocaine and whatever their fancy is? I don't know what they're into.
There's something weird with the drive for power with some people. That's the best I can figure. Because if I was Donald Trump, man, I'd be on a beach in Tahiti somewhere. I'd be enjoying life.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, if you're very ambitious,
I don't get the drawing.
It's just not for me. I never wanted to be the king. I
just wanted to be
with
rich.
Bernie. I think it's yes, indeed. I love money, but with Bernie, I think it's more. He finally thinks that it's time for that rise of that communist nonsense. Not in my country, bitch. So I think that's what it is for him. He's finally getting recognition.
Of course, he's on a crusade and all that. So he's
so for him, that's what I think. I don't think Biden wanted to run, to be honest with you. I think he kind of got pushed into it because of his name recognition. They thought that would be a good way to go against Trump.
Probably.
So, I think that's party pressure right there, because at his age and with all he's been through in life, just go relax. Now, I think he wanted to run in 2016, and they were like, you got to stop because we're going to make Hillary the nominee this time. That was a smart move, wasn't it? But yeah.
Yeah, back then he probably had a little lead in his pencil. But
I mean,
he's always been.
He hadn't quite lost his mind yet.
He's always been the gaff machine, but still, it seems to have gotten a lot worse.
It really has, and it's so bad now that honestly, I have trouble watching him because I can't laugh at it. Okay, I giggle a little bit, but I can't laugh at it much because it's almost to the point of elder abuse. Let this man go lay down for damn. What the hell is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
You
What
want
does he
to you want to
work for?
beat Trump, right? You want to beat Trump so bad that you're going to abuse an old man? I think they promise him hard candy after each appearance.
Well, that is, yeah, I don't know.
I can't
just
figure
don't.
anything else out.
I just don't understand why he would do it. Like, why are you just not enjoying your last years? Why would you? Is it really that important to have the power? I mean, I'm happy with money, and he obviously has that.
Right. Yeah,
I would love to
all
be
three
like.
of them do. So.
I would love to be like the most anonymous dude ever and be rich like Bill Gates. That would be my ultimate fantasy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that gives you the freedom to just enjoy.
Yeah.
And we work our whole lives to, be able to retire, right?
Mm-hmm. But
apparently
that's one motivation.
Biden wants to die on the campaign trail.
I guess that's to die with your boots on and all that crap.
I guess. Not for me. But again, I like the fight. I really do. I enjoy the political fighting and all that. I was asked yesterday, how do you keep going? Because so many people have left, like anti-SJW YouTube kind of stuff. Like, how do you keep going? How do you do this every day? It's because I'm passionate about the politics, but I'd never want to be the guy in charge. That's for somebody else.
No, obviously I don't want to be in charge either. And I'm not doing it for the politics. And lately I have had a lot more to do with my day job. So I haven't been doing that much on YouTube, but for me, it's all about the comedy, man.
Well, I enjoy that part of it too, and it lends itself to it. Yeah, I think that's why we've had so many political comedians over the years.
Yeah, well, I mean that's all that matters to me, and I understand that you have your motivation, and that's awesome. Just for me, it's the comedy.
Well, for you, let me ask you this, because this was what I was asked. Do you find that there became a time where you just got bored, even with the comedic aspect of it?
In a way, it's not that I'm bored with the comedic aspect itself. It's more that I'm unsure where to go maybe with it. Because
fair enough. Yeah,
there's only so many jokes you can do about the SAWs, and I've pretty much done them all.
Sure.
And I don't have the time to stay on top of like realpolitik and all that, and keep track of every senator and every congressman and all their fucking Machiavellian infighting and all that shit. So I can't really compete on that stage with all these guys who are complete political junkies. I don't know if you count yourself in that category, but I certainly don't spend enough time to do like a political show, a comedic political show, like, late night show or something like that. I just don't care enough about all their fucking conniving bullshit. You know what I mean?
Well, I do, and that's why it works for me, is because I do care about this stuff. I do stay right on top of it. I'm probably a political junkie, but all of this stuff, it lends itself to the comedy because it's such a shit show. It is so badly done. It's actually amazing our country works.
I mean, it is, and maybe it's maybe I'm overthinking it, and I could probably, or maybe I'm overthinking it. But the thing is, uh, it used to be that it was more focused on the comedy. It wasn't really. Now it's all about like it has to be out in 8 hours or it's old. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure.
That's the thing. I always used to try to find the funniest thing I could make fun of, and then I did that, and that video could possibly be months old. Didn't matter because nobody had seen it. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah, and
So it was still
I think that's why
news to my viewers. But like I said, there's only so many jokes you can do digging those kind of videos up.
Yeah, I think that's why the live streams work so well for me, is because everything is on about an 8-hour cycle right now.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I go live, I mean, there's all kinds of fresh stupid that just popped up. And that's not to say I don't get serious on my show. There's a lot of times where it's me just actually going on a political rant, because I do have my leanings, and I think everybody knows them. I lean conservative. I'm not a Republican, but I lean conservative.
Right.
So I don't hide that from anybody. But I will make fun of anybody being stupid.
Oh yeah,
that's what I like to do.
Well, that's the funniest thing for me. Oh, we got a little super chat. See here from Phil Farkley. I'm going to give you guys some money to point out that eventually it's not about money. It's about hoping to steer the world in the right direction. Yes, that's true. But I just never had the delusions of grandeur to really think that that's what I was doing. I just wanted to make people laugh, or want to make people laugh when I do a proper video.
Yeah.
Or I do enjoy doing the documentaries though. So there's that.
I want to entertain people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, entertain. That's a good word for it.
Yeah, I love making people laugh, man. There's no high like making people laugh. But
yeah,
as long as I usually end my shows when I'm starting to bore myself, like even I wouldn't watch this right now. It's time to wrap it up. Or I'm really tired. Those are the two endings of my show.
Right.
But yeah, I just want to entertain people. I think we need more of that in the world. I think people get too uptight and don't sit and laugh at the world enough. There's a lot to laugh at in our world.
Oh yeah, I mean that is a huge problem right now from both sides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
everyone is
relax, people.
So entrenched.
I don't know if you saw it. I retweeted. Somebody tweeted out they have fake camel toe underwear now.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
To give you a fake camel toe, and it's ridiculously large. Like,
yeah,
it's not like a tiny little. It looks like a Muppet trying to eat its way out of women's pants. It's like, why does this thing exist? That's the kind of stuff that I like talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I've never even heard of that. That sounds fucking retarded. Like, why would you? That's the kind of thing that you don't want to have. That's a fat girl thing.
Yeah, look, if you're gonna have a camel toe, it's just just a little bit.
Wait for
less is more.
Wait for it. It'll happen later in life. No need to go there yet. Holy shit!
Oh, it's ridiculous.
What happened to the thigh gap? Jesus Christ!
Well, imagine the thigh gap with that Muppet trying to eat its way out. Oh my god! Screen share the pic, monkey. It's actually an article. I'll throw the article. I don't know if I have it there. I'll give it to Undoomed, and he can send it to you if he wants to. Where was that? Come on, least professional. Oh, I just responded. I didn't retweet. Hang on. This is why I need a producer, you guys. I keep saying. Oh, now I can't find it. I know I responded. What'd they do? Take it down? I hate when people do that.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I can't find it now. I know I responded to it, but yeah, I don't. Of all the problems we had in the world, did we have a lack of camel toe?
No. And it's the same idiotic thing with people getting ass implants. Like, you need a bigger ass? What? Like, the hell's wrong with you? You remember the time? Remember the times when it was nice to be thin? Okay, not anymore, huh?
Yeah, and they get ridiculously large asses.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen Kim Kardashian? The way that woman looks is not even close to natural.
Well, with her, obviously, you have no idea of knowing if it's Photoshop or implants or what the hell is going on. She's a lizard people person. But yeah, it's not natural, that's for sure.
Here we go. I found it. I'm going to send you the link to the tweet if you would like to share it with people. But yeah, it is ridiculous how big that camel toe is. And like, oh my God. Dear Lord, that looks like something went wrong in there. I sent it to you on Twitter.
On Twitter, okay.
Should be in your DMs there, yeah. Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not.
Let's see here. Fine. Then I got to figure out the screen sharing thing here. Let's see, where are we?
Yeah, just page and then screen share, and then you can see the one it's on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's if. I just this is what science is being used for, guys, and I feel like that's a bad thing.
For sure.
Yeah, Pete says it looks like an actual front bum. It does. But down there, it's, ladies, it'll happen. It'll happen. Just wear stretch pants. You'll get it. Well, do you remember back in the 90s where they made the fake hard nipples? Like, this is science gone wrong. This is all stuff that's going to happen naturally. There it is. Look at that thing. What in God's name has gone wrong?
That is not attractive.
It looks like testicles. Yep.
That's like you put women's underwear on a guy.
Uh-huh. And it says it's the weirdest fashion item ever. I disagree, man. I've seen some weird stuff out there. Oh.
Was there anything else? Do I dare scroll here?
Like, look right there. Look how wide. No, I wouldn't. I'd probably stop. Look how wide that gap is. That is not. Looks like that. Something went wrong. Go to a doctor.
Yep. There is, like, you're halfway between male and female right there. That'll turn some people on. And maybe that's why it's happening right now.
If you're going for that trap look, sure.
Yeah, that gender fluid thing. I got balls, but no dick. That's what's going on here.
Dear Lord. But, I mean, they make underwear now that you don't have to change for a week. Like, that's not right.
What? Where'd you hear that?
Oh no, it's a is it a GoFundMe? I forget what it's for. There's some campaign out there. It uses silver in the underwear, so you don't have to change it. Apparently, I'm like, I would still change my underwear. I don't know. Apparently, changing your underwear once a day is too hard.
So they just keep it on for a week. I guess these people have never gone hiking or anything, huh?
I don't understand the world we live in, but I enjoy laughing at it.
Yeah, I mean, self isolation is starting to sound better and better.
I don't know. How much do you even go out? Are you an outdoor kind of person?
Not really. No, I'm
Well,
pretty much an indoor type of cat.
I've always preferred to be in my house even before all this happened, and now I'm basically a shut-in because of it.
Hmm.
But I see these people who, they're freaking out over being quarantined, stay at home. And they're like, I don't want to. I'm like, why don't you like your house? And how bored are you that you can't figure out how to keep yourself entertained for 2 weeks?
Well, I mean, I guess that's kind of the obstinacy of just, well, now you can't go out. So, no, I want to go out.
Okay, I have to admit that when they first said you can't go out, even I was like, I need to go out. But that passed quickly. But yeah, I mean, I've always been able to entertain myself. And
Oh, yeah.
even going back to when I was a kid, man.
I got work to do, and I'm always busy.
I wouldn't say I'm necessarily always busy, but I can always entertain myself.
Right.
Usually
Well,
it's like,
that works too.
video
That
games or
works.
messing with people on Twitter, having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever I can do to entertain myself. Yeah, I don't understand people who have trouble with it. It's only 2 weeks. It's not like you've been quarantined for a month or 2 months. You'll be fine. Relax.
I guess
Watch all of my live streams.
watch all of my live streams and watch everything on Netflix. No, but I mean,
Yeah, no
I
doubt.
guess it's basically a matter of routines, I guess.
I suppose. Yeah, I'm not somebody who hates going out. I'll do it and enjoy it while I'm there, but after a while, it's like, okay, I want to go home. I like being in my house.
Mm-hmm.
It's where my stuff is. There's a reason it's my stuff. I like it. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm watching all of this and watching people, trying to figure out how to entertain themselves. And it's like, I wish I could give you my brain, because you'd be amazed how many different ways I can entertain myself staring at a wall. Just
okay. That's
noticing like slight patterns in the paint.
You should. Someone should send you to prison.
Well, when you were a kid, did you ever just lay in the grass and stare at the clouds? I used to do that all the time for hours, man.
No, probably not. I guess I was more restless than that. But
I guess I'm not restless.
Well, I am kind of restless, but I have so much work to do, so it doesn't really matter. I always have work to do anyhow, so that's okay for me. This quarantine thing doesn't really change anything, since I have my office at home anyhow.
Right. And look, even I do get cabin fever. I live in Michigan, so in the wintertime, it's like I need to get out of the house. But that's usually after a month or two where it's like we can't go outside again. I don't know why I live in Michigan, for God's sake. Prosper says, I've caught up on videos, done jigsaw puzzles, and pretty much normal. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just normal. I'm always home. And if I get bored, I start a stream.
Mm-hmm. Well, you do have a lot of streams. So that's kind of your outlet, I guess.
It is. I've started doing game streams as well. I have 2 different internet connections. I can't use my main connection. It's garbage. It's absolute
Mm-hmm.
garbage.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stream video that way from my computer. But I have a second one, so I've started doing those as well. Yeah, I entertain myself with streaming, talking to the people.
Well, what's wrong with your internet connection? Are you out in the woods, or?
Oh yeah, I live in the middle of nowhere. Yeah.
So you're on like a 3G cell phone thingy, or?
No, I have really bad AT&T, and even the package I pay for, they can't quite get me. they haven't updated out here in, God, it's probably been more than a decade now. So it's okay for surfing. It's okay for doing like Streamlabs or the old Hangouts. It's fine for that. But if I try to do anything like OBS, which you have to do for your video games, yeah, I just can't handle it. The upload speed is less than 3 megs. And oops, yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
I've talked to them many times, and I was really hopeful when they passed that bill that's supposed to, upgrade internet for all the people who live in the boonies. And that hasn't happened here. Has not happened here yet.
No, that sucks. I mean, you could certainly use it.
Oh God, I've tried. I've even dropped the. I'm a YouTube. When you tell a telecom company that you're a YouTuber and your connection is messed up, they will come quickly. I have less than 30,000 subscribers, and they just, let me see what I can do for you. Unfortunately, there's not much that can be done unless they upgrade the equipment. So,
no, I mean, I've never heard that. That's interesting. I've never had any problems with it though, because I have a super fast connection. But I'll certainly keep that in mind. If anything goes wrong, I'll be like, I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah. I heard somebody do it one time or talked about doing it. I'm like, what the hell? Let's see. And yeah, man, sure enough, they're like, well, let me help. I'm like, well, please, thank you.
That's awesome.
It's not 56K. How dare you? Your chat there is making fun of my internet connection.
Oh, here we go. Johnny Hellcat sent $2 saying Ranting Monkey, king of the 56K connection. Oh, indeed, you got one of those Motley Crue spellings on you too there, huh?
Well, you have to do that with my name sometimes in chat. YouTube will censor my name in chat.
What?
Yeah, they censor my name in chat. Some people can do it. I don't know. I've asked them about it. It took me like 6 months to get YouTube to answer me on Twitter about it, and they finally answered me, and then just disappeared. Like, what? Yeah, they want me to fill out some form, and like I filled it out. I've done everything I can to get a hold of them, but yeah, Ranting Monkey will get censored in chat a lot.
That's weird. Is it because you're you, or because they figure it's monkey is a swear word, or
they think monkey is racist?
Right.
They think monkey means black people. So yeah, they block it.
So they're racist.
They haven't exactly.
Yeah.
They haven't confirmed that's why, but there's no other reason that makes sense. That
I bet that's it.
People, they can't even do it on my channel. It's weird. Like, they're not being racist. They're talking to a white guy. I promise. I'll send you a picture of my hand if you need verification.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's your name. That's what you chose.
Yep. But no, there's you know how people can at you in the chat so that it shows up or so brings up a little box that autofills for you. Yeah, there's people who get it'll kick out their comment if they try doing that. Yeah,
because of your name.
Yep.
Oh man. Johnny Hellcat is back with a super chat here saying, let's test this one as well. Hate Camel.
Hate Camel's another YouTuber, and his name gets kicked out too.
Okay, so is that how he spells it, or?
No, he spells it normal with it's the H8, but then Camel's normal instead of with the little thing above it. But yeah, it gets kicked out. Either YouTube really hates animals, or they think these names are racist. Camel can be used in racist terms for people from the Mideast. So
Yeah, but that's such an old term. Like, do people even use that anymore?
Very rare, but they're very sensitive at YouTube.
Yeah, well, obviously. But yeah, I mean, they're not just sensitive, they're super sensitive.
Oh, they're so bad, man. So bad. I hate having to self-censor it all. But you have to if you're on the platform now.
Yeah, yeah. Remember when you got started?
Oh yeah.
It was just
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh my God, fucking America, man, free speech, whatever.
Yeah.
You could say whatever you
Well,
want, and it was no problem. As long as you didn't plot had a murder plot or wanted to incite violence somehow, you're fine. It was just free speech.
I've told
Remember that?
this story before. I don't know. Oh, I do. I don't remember. I don't know if I've ever told you this, but you and Bering were the ones who inspired me to start my YouTube. And the reason that's true is because I used to write a blog a lot, and I said a lot of the same kind of things in just as much profane beauty. And my son, he's like, you should watch some YouTube. And I finally watched YouTube and eventually stumbled upon you and Bering. And I was like, this is glorious that you can say this stuff. And then, yeah, what was it? 3 months later, they're like, yeah, we're going to have to stop that.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how or when you came in, but it was it didn't last too long. It was it lasted a long time, but it was basically when Trump won, then they were like, oh my God, we're gonna have to kill everything.
Yeah, I started in September of 2016. So right before it all came crashing down.
Right.
Yeah.
That was
timing is everything, you guys.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I had like at least like 2 years of it before it was ever an issue. So that was just the way it was supposed to be, the norm. And then it was all of a sudden we were living in the Soviet Union. I did not expect that. I have to watch everything you say.
I still get away with quite a lot. I'm not. I don't know why. There's certain things that seem to really annoy them. But there was a stream the other day, and I said at the very beginning of the stream, because somebody's supposed to listen to that and review it. Like, whoever's reviewing this, you're going to want to demonetize it right now. And then I just went on a 10-minute rant. Well, actually, it was 15 minutes, dropping every horrible name I could think of because of this idiot Rick Wilson. And that one got monetized. They reviewed it and gave it a check mark. I'm like, are you kidding? I said horrible shit in there.
Yeah, but they only get like 30 seconds to watch when they review.
Well, but if you look at all the other ones that I've gotten that have been demonetized, it makes no sense because the vast majority of mine get that little yellow circle.
Yeah, but they get, as far as I understand it, and I have had inside information confirming this, is that they get a random 30-second clip to look at, and that's what they decide on. So if you're lucky, then you're fine.
Yeah, I don't know how any of mine still stay monetized.
Well, I mean,
I'm much nicer in my videos.
I'm sure there 30 seconds where you're not being offensive.
Some days.
Yeah.
Some days. Yeah, it's so random the way that they do it. And that makes sense if it's only a 30-second random piece of the stream. But if it was, even that would be like, shouldn't more of them be more monetized? Because you're right, it's not just 2 hours of me being the most profane, horrible person on the earth.
Right.
But
and I'm sure they also have like help from the AI. Like if you're starting to just go fucking N-word all the time, the AI will probably pick that up and add some extra flag or something.
Well, and yeah, and I get that in those cases. And I rarely drop that word. Rarely. Right. And usually it's only if we're discussing it in context.
Right.
And I say rarely or mostly because I can't confirm I've never said it as a joke somewhere. But there's stories where it needs to be, I mean, you need to hear like a quote, and I'm not going to quote somebody and go N-word because that's stupid. But yeah, so I would get that in that
if you're quoting like classic shit from Mark Twain or something, that'd be like weird. And
yeah, right.
Just okay, so now we have to censor our old classical literature. Is that weird?
Well, they've done that with the books themselves. For God's sake.
Yeah, and that's weird. I mean, history is history, and just fucking deal with it. We have to be strong enough to deal with words. I get fucking attacked 24/7. There are thousands of people following me whose only purpose in life, well, I'm sure they do to other rain down hell on me and people like me. And I don't care. Like I survive. But there's apparently people can be destroyed by one single word. That's then you need to go and get like what do they call that when they to dealing with snakes and shit. That therapy where they get used to it, and then it's like some form of therapy. Like I can't remember.
I know what you're talking about, but the word is look. With my brain, you're asking the wrong guy.
All right, we got a super chat from Johnny Hellcat, Devil's Advocate. Maybe they censor animal names because they think when Schenk heard animal names, he start getting a little extra excited, a little too excited, maybe.
Oh yeah, that was a fun story from the election. Cenk Uygur from the Young Turks, it came out that on several occasions he has advocated bestiality.
Yeah. I vaguely remember hearing about that.
And in chat, they're telling us exposure therapy or immersion therapy. Is that what it is? What you were talking about with the snake bite thing.
Yeah, I think it's exposure therapy or something. That
exposure therapy?
I think so. It might be immersion, but immersion sounds weird. Like that, more like immerse yourself in water. Expose. I mean, they do that with snakes and spiders and shit. You know, just
so you can build up
the person used to it. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
not the venom. Just the sight of the fucking thing.
Dealing with I saw this guy who it was on. You ever watch the show 1,000 Ways to Die? He was convinced that he could make himself immune. I forget the kind of spider, but he could make himself immune to the bite. So he kept letting it bite him until it killed him. You dumbass.
Oh, why?
Because he wanted to love spiders.
What's wrong with fish hookers and cocaine? The fuck? Get a hooker.
Yeah.
The fuck is your problem?
I'm sure I don't have nearly as many haters on like Twitter and stuff as you do, but I have mine, and mostly I mute them because I do go through my Twitter and stuff, and I try to respond to people or at least pay attention to their comments. And those people just clog up my timeline. I don't want to block them because you still want to read my shit. By all means, read my shit. But yeah, I don't want to have to hear your stupid shit. Like, you fuck off.
Right.
I have a dedicated group of about 4 people who they're looking for me to be a hypocrite at every moment. Like, you might find it, but
Yeah,
don't you have better things to do with your life?
yeah. I
Oh
mean,
man, but hey,
it's the same thing. Got a whole army of those people, but I don't know.
yeah,
I just don't really pay attention. There's always the nice option of just clicking reload, and there's 10 more new comments.
sure. Have you ever gotten comments that bothered you?
Trying to think, like, not any, certainly nothing of any ad hominem. If I've fucked something up,
Mhm.
like factually in a video, that might bother me, but I can't remember it. But it might have happened. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't take them. I love my comments of people being nice enough and caring enough to even say something. But then of course you
Mhm.
get the dicks, and I just don't care. If I'm wrong
No,
and
no,
you point out that I'm wrong, I'll correct it and thank you. But otherwise, yeah, go fuck yourself.
yeah. I mean, being a dick, that's fine. You know, I'm a dick. That's cool. Um, so I totally get that. It's fun to be a dick.
Sure.
It's not. I'm not going to be. Can't be hypocritical about that. But I guess if I, like, you know, royally screwed up some fact or something, that'd be kind of embarrassing, I guess. But yeah,
Uh,
can't remember. I can't remember it happening, but I guess that would be bad.
I've made I know at least once I've made a video where at the beginning of it, I corrected something I said in the last one because I got it wrong and the audience pointed it out. That's great. But I don't I don't take the dickish comments to heart for what you were just talking about there. I'm a dick sometimes. I'm a dick a lot. Let's just be honest, guys. And when I am, I mean, I'm not hateful towards these people. And I it's like not like I wish bad things on them. So I just think you're an idiot. And I'm going to tell you I think you're an idiot. And if
Mhm.
you think I'm an idiot, by all means, tell me. It doesn't ruin my life.
Yeah, of course.
Um
No, that's totally fine. And like we said, that's great comedy.
It is. One of my favorite videos I used to make, and the audience loved them too, was a series I did called "Dear Dumbass," and it was usually in response to comments I got from like the last video, and yeah, they were a lot of fun. Just all right, you say something stupid, I'll make you my next target.
So do you don't do them anymore? Or?
No, I stopped the Dear Dumbass series when YouTube started cracking down quite a while ago on when they first started talking about harassment. Like, ooh, I don't know if I'm going to get away with Dear Dumbass. That first day, we all got the yellow circle. When they yellow circled everything you ever made, that's when I was like, all right, I think I probably should stop this series just from the name of it. I don't know. I
Right.
don't know if I could get away with it because I mean, there's still some up there. There's still some on my channel, and YouTube has never taken them down through all of the different things we've done. But yeah, those were a lot of fun.
Right. Yeah.
Uh,
I guess it's just you have to walk on eggshells now.
have you taken anything down because of everything that's happened?
Yeah, I mean, there's so much. I don't fucking remember what I've done. I can't keep track of all that shit. Even though I don't have the largest library on YouTube, I still can't really remember all the videos I've done. So, you know, if they're gonna fuck me, they're gonna fuck me.
Yeah, I
I don't
did
know.
take down a few. I have a few videos that I know were really horrible. Most of my videos aren't that bad. I don't make fun of the people. I'm mostly making fun of the stupid shit they say. And so far, that's YouTube seems to be okay with that. At least,
Well,
based on what they've hit me for.
I always had the like a rule of thumb that I don't make fun of the way they look, and I only respond to what they say.
Sure.
So like if they say something stupid, I'm going to call you a moron. But I'm not going to sit there and call you a fat fucking whore, bitch, pig, you know?
Right.
I don't know if that makes a difference, but that's the way I always, I'm not really attacking you for your looks or your skin color or your whatever. I'm just responding to what you're saying. And if you're going to say something stupid, I'm going to fucking call you an idiot. It's just the way it is. So if not even that is okay, then I guess, fuck it. I'm not going to back down on that.
I still can be very harsh in my commentary on somebody's commentary, but I've never been one to insult them directly because of how they look or something. Now, there is one exception. There's one exception, and if you're a fat fuck pushing body positivity, I might call you a fat fuck. Just because I feel like that point needs to be made. There's too many people out there, especially with this coronavirus, and they're looking at it like, yeah, being horribly overweight can make this more deadly. Like, remember that healthy at any size bullshit? I feel like we need to revisit it.
The big one they plastered all across New York City.
Yeah. What the hell is her name? Chad will get it before I'll remember it.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it! I know who you're talking about. Like, I can't remember her name.
Wasn't it like Kevin Klein or some shit? They plastered like a huge fucking land whale on a skyscraper or something.
Yeah, but I think it was it. If it wasn't Calvin Klein, it was done in the style of a Calvin Klein ad. And what is her name? Chat. Who's that big bitch? Tess Holiday. Yes.
I don't know who that is, but who is that?
She is this really fat model who they put her on the cover of like Cosmo UK, and she talks about how you can be fat and beautiful and fat and healthy, and
neither of those two are possible.
Yeah. Oh God. She's horribly fat. She actually got in trouble with a lot of her fans because she tried to lose weight once and they lost their shit. Like, how dare you? How dare you try to get healthy?
Yeah, better let her die.
Oh,
I guess. They just want her they just want her to get her heart attack. Why are you mad?
She was a centerfold in the Sports Illustrated. Maybe she wasn't the centerfold, but she was a big spread in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. And it was great because she's talking about how she doesn't need any touch-ups, and you can clearly see photoshopping done.
Oh, really?
Like, oh yeah. It was funny. Yeah, she's just this big bitch, and because of the whole body positivity, she became famous for being fat. And in that case, yeah, I might make fun of your weight, but for the most part, yeah, I don't fuck with people and how they look.
Right.
Because you do you.
Yeah, that is just such, what do they call it in Stranger Things, the Upside Down?
I've never actually watched it.
Yeah, it's like they just call it the Upside Down. So
yeah, Pat.
Pretty good.
Pat in your chat says health problems haven't kicked in. Yeah, when you're that big, health problems start to kick in around 30. Oh, sorry, in chat. Sorry, I think my internet connection's screwing up here. But in chat, Pat said that the health problems haven't kicked in for her yet, which is true because she's approaching 30, and people who are that size, they can even mostly feel healthy up until about 30. It's like a wall that they hit, and their body's just like, I can't take it anymore.
Right. They're going to get an enlarged heart and diabetes, and it's all going to hit at once.
Their knees start to go out because they're carrying 3 people on one knee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Are there any of your videos that stick out to you?
What do you mean?
Like ones that do like you if somebody said what kind of stuff do you do? Is there a kind of video from the anti SJW stuff that you would say this one, I remember this one was fun, or this one was funny, or
I mean, I had fun making them all, but I don't know. I haven't really thought about picking one as a. I don't know. That's a tough one.
No, but see, that answers the question still. Like, no, they is it that they run together, or that you just none of them specifically stand out? I'm interviewing you on your own channel.
That's fine. No, I mean, it's kind of both. I mean, obviously, this spans back 5 years.
Sure.
So it's like, yeah, some of them certainly run together, and it is. I remember it was the one I did with like TJ Kirk. That was kind of fun.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize you'd done one of those.
I did it for his channel.
In your chat.
Sorry?
Bro. My internet connection. I'm so sorry, dude. I missed what you just said there.
No, I was just. I don't even remember what I was saying. I was just.
You're talking about the TJ Kirk one.
Yeah, I was just saying that I didn't make it for him. Well, I made it for his channel. I didn't make it. It wasn't like a collab video or anything.
Gotcha.
That one, yeah. But that one was pretty fun. That's one of those things that I remember was a fun video to make.
Now, as you're doing videos now, are you sticking more towards the documentary kind of thing? Which, by the way, those are great. I love those.
Well, I mean, that is certainly something that I've been experimenting with, trying to find out if there's, what can you do and what can even be monetized? Because first I figured, because like I'm a huge true crime fan, so I figured that would be awesome to do. Nope. Mm-hmm. That's like
did that one?
Instant demonetization. That's the fastest demonetization I've ever seen. Just the second you let go of the upload button, it's demonetized. Nice. Usually it takes like 5 minutes, or even sometimes it takes a half a day. Immediately. So that was a no-go. So yeah, I do like that. I've been experimenting a little bit about that. Obviously, the World War II stuff, I tried that. That wasn't so good for monetization either.
Nice.
But
no, everything I do is instantly demonetized.
Interestingly, the SJW stuff has a fairly good chance of getting monetized.
With videos, my review rate when click to review is about 50-50. Mm-hmm. Stream rate, not so much. That's
well, I mean, streams are obviously there's probably an AI sitting here counting each word right now, and we're not going to remember exactly when we said a bad word. So in a stream that lasts a couple of hours, someone probably said some big no word at some point.
These things happen.
Yeah, especially when it's a long 2-hour thing or something, right? But in a video, you might have a script and everything's controlled, and so you're probably not going to have those things that you know are going to be a problem. So that's, but you know, if it's a SJW thing, you probably have a fairly decent chance of getting that monetized. But if it's true crime, forget about it. Not going to happen.
That actually surprises me.
It surprised the hell out of me. I thought this was like fucking safe. It was, you know, like a 40-year-old case. So we're basically not even talking true crime. It's more like history. But nope, can't do that.
Well, we saw those. That one channel. It was a history teacher whose channel got shut down, where he, you know, made historical videos, and they actually shut him down for a while and had to go back on it because that. Whoops. And it was because he had like one or two videos that were dealing with World War II. So he talked about Hitler. Oops. And yeah, they morons. Let's hear it for the charge of us right now. God.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, why would you have, I mean, it's not even, there's not even a logical reason for it. We have entire fucking networks living off of this shit. We got the History Channel making nothing but Hitler documentaries 24/7, and we get Investigation Discovery making nothing but murder porn all day long, and they get fucking advertisers all as much as they want. Just bring them on.
Yeah, and it's not some small. We're talking major companies, the kind of stuff YouTube loves.
Right.
They're so scared of being yelled at in the press.
Yeah.
And I've said this, and Susan, if you're out there, listen to me, sweetie. These are your competitors. Stop sucking up to them. She actually sucks up to the people. It'd be like Coke sucking up to Pepsi. It makes no sense.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all. And I can even solve it even simpler than that. Here's what they should do. They should just say, there are only two states on YouTube. There is a video that cannot be shown, and there is a video that can be shown. If it can be shown, then it's going to have advertisement on it. It's got nothing to do with whatever that thing is. It's just going to be ads, because that's our ads. That's it.
Yeah.
If it can be shown, it can have fucking ads, because it doesn't really matter. If you're a fucking hillbilly that is a racist asshole, you're still going to need car insurance and toilet paper. If it's within free speech, if it can be shown, then it's going to have ads. That should be their policy. And then they could just say that to everyone. Like, listen, like, if you want to complain about us showing it, okay, we can talk about that, but don't go after our ads, because everything has ads. You know what I mean? That's where they should have. That's where they should have drawn the line.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to advertise on the most used platform on the internet next to Google itself. You don't want your ads there? Really? I feel like they would fall in line if they did exactly what you just said there.
Right.
But they'll suck up to the news on channels that run horrible stuff. Special Victims Unit is on right before the news, and then they'll talk about, oh my God, PewDiePie made a joke, and Susan's like, oh my God, there was just a show on about somebody being horrifically violated.
Right.
Sometimes children being horrifically violated, but they're like, oh, I can't believe they showed this on YouTube. You're a dumbass, and she's a dumbass for sucking up to him.
Well, I mean, have you heard the fucking, just the voice lets you know what kind of person we're talking.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
That accent, Jesus Christ.
But
there's just certain accents where, you know, like,
it bothers
I cannot get over this accent. I don't care if you got 180 IQ, you are going to sound stupid no matter what you do. If like you talk like the guys in in those, I don't know, Florida catfishing reality shows, you wouldn't take him seriously.
Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah, the God, what are those called? My wife used to watch one of those. She loves reality TV.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
With Susan, for me. Oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. No, I was just going to say that I don't remember the name either. So go ahead.
For me, with Susan, it's not her accent. She talks very much the way that Elizabeth Warren does, where it's like she's talking to a third grade class. Like she doesn't talk to people like they're adults. And it's like, oh, that drives me nuts.
Sure, but that's also irritating. But that's not really the accent. That's more the content of what she's saying. You know what I mean?
No, it's the tone and the tenor. Her accent, I don't even much pay attention to, but look, kids.
Well, she's got the widest fucking Valley Girl accent I've ever heard.
Mm.
She sounds like she's got
where she's
lower.
From.
She's got a French fry has a higher IQ from her voice. She sounds like one of those 80s fucking girls that would be in a Keanu Reeves movie. You know what I mean?
Oh, fair enough. With her, she makes me nuts because she's the one that convinced. Google says this. She's the one that convinced them to buy YouTube, and she worked her way up to CEO, and now she's trying to change YouTube. She's trying to change what it was she thought was important to buy. Like, what is wrong with you, woman? And Jack came up with the perfect reasoning. Hear me out.
Okay.
You know how women will date a man and they're like, I'm going to change him?
Mm-hmm.
YouTube was her man. She saw it. I'm going to fix it. Like, you know what? Maybe you're right. Oh, man.
Well, you're not gonna fix this thing.
There was nothing to fix. I mean, well, maybe take off the beheading videos, but otherwise, for God's sake.
Yeah, but that's so obvious. That would obviously fall under that category of shit we can't show.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That's like, no, of course. Take that off. Take off to get rid of the videos with the beheading videos. Get rid of the videos where people are threatening to kill people and all that stuff. That's like, the law is clear. We don't need a special code of conduct. We have the law.
Yeah. But not here, man. We got Susan's Law.
Yeah. It sounds like a bad law series. Legal drama.
Yes. Oh, man. Well, see, this is one of the things watching that Rogan, he was talking about with Bert. They're talking about how with other comedians, they can just sit down and joke and you can say whatever you want. But the moment you get somebody in there who's not, or who's like, he didn't say this specifically, but I'm going to say it. Some of these female comedians who are coming up and they think vagina is a joke in itself. Suddenly that's like, you can't say that. And I like the world where you can say whatever you want and people just enjoy it and understand, okay, that part was just a joke. This is where he's serious. And YouTube is treating people like they're really stupid, that they can't understand a joke. And you know what? Maybe some of them are, but that you don't cater to the morons.
I mean, a little bit by like sticking the fucking thing you file your video under on top of it. That could be a nice compromise. I mean, I've always filed my videos under comedy. So, but I don't understand.
Yeah, my channel's listed as comedy.
Right. I mean, I don't have any idea what that function even does because I can't really find anywhere you can search for comedy channels or anything. But they have that info. Everyone has to file their channels and their videos under all these categories, but they never use it. So it might have been helpful to just put, like, on all videos, you put the category on top, you know, so that they understand, okay, don't take this shit too seriously now. He's just gonna
Or
have some fun and call some guy an asshole.
how about this? Watch channels you actually like.
Yeah, that's the obvious solution, but we are living in a very stupid world, aren't we?
Oh, we are, man. And that's why I always have something to talk about, man.
Yeah.
There's always something to talk about because there's dumb everywhere.
I mean, it's like that tweet that I did like 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago. I don't know. With the when the coronavirus was just some idiot thing in China that nobody cared about.
Mm-hmm.
There was this like perfect thing with the Umbrella Corporation logo from Resident Evil, and there was this bio research company in China, and if you scramble the letters of coronavirus, it becomes raccoon, and you know, just bullshit. And there's to this day, I'm still getting fucking people. Every day there's at least, oh my god, it's such a, are you some kind of conspiracy theorist? Oh my god, that's totally wrong. Oh, you spelt raccoon wrong. Oh my god, this is horrible. Did the part where I said the timeline have been smoking crack sound like I was making a serious argument?
I have to apologize to you. We've had a slight delay between each other this whole time. And I just realized why. I still had my other internet plugged in. So the conversation will be more fluid from here on out. I am so sorry about that. The other one's a satellite internet. So it goes, has to pop up to the sky and come back down. So it's why I don't stream with people on that connection.
Right.
Whoops. I apologize.
I will.
Least professional monkey on the internet, and I don't have a producer. Those are my excuses.
Well, I mean, my streams are usually called the unprofessionals. So
then I fit.
Yeah. It's usually the whole point.
I love comedy, man. It's got me through some rough times in my life, and I hate the notion of not being able to laugh at anything. If you can't laugh at it, then go the hell away and let other people laugh at it and stop making it. When you started telling that story, I knew immediately where you were going, that people are going to, for the rest of your life, you thought coronavirus was from the Umbrella Corporation. Because they're, as you would say, they're fucking morons. By the way, I need to yell at you about that. I've never done this.
Mm-hmm.
Because you say moron, fucking moron.
Mm-hmm.
And I have always called people fucking morons.
Mm-hmm.
And because I say fucking moron sometimes, people are like, oh, you're copying Undoomed. Like, fuck him. Just fuck him.
Well,
I had to get that off my chest.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, guys. He doesn't own it. He just says it the best. Shut up.
Yeah, it's just something that happened that became a thing. It's not something I planned on.
Isn't it great when that happens, though?
Yeah. It's just completely weird, but it was organic, so there's that.
Yeah, my phrase that everyone knows is your life makes me sad. And it came from a video. It was a free bleeding video. And there was this one chick in it who was just so excited about the experiment they were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
And when her getting that excited, I'm like, your life makes me sad. And people loved it so much. Yeah, it just became a thing.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing when that happens.
Yeah. I mean, it really takes that response, because I mean, if people didn't just, I don't know why people picked up on that, but obviously there was a lot of people that cracked up about that and wrote in the comments. And if they wouldn't have done that, it would have never become a thing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful. I love moron, fucking moron. When that part comes, it's almost like a rally cry.
Yeah, it's completely like we're I don't know. It just happened. It's weird.
Yeah. I noticed in my videos, and I'm sorry, guys, we're talking shop here. I enjoy it, and I don't get much chance to talk to people who do this and can actually discuss kind of things. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Just bend over. What is
As
it?
I'm,
What is it? You got like a tagline like that? Just let it happen or something.
oh, that's the other one. Shh, just let it happen. Yeah. That's another thing. Somebody was, I made that joke on, somebody was talking, I was arguing with them in a joking way and like, shh, just let it happen. And in chat lit up. They're like, don't say that. And other people are like, that's awesome. So yeah. No, I did notice when I made videos, the ones that I thought were the best, the audience was like, "Heh," and then the ones that they liked the best, I was almost not going to put those up. I'm like, I don't feel like I did my best work here, and I put them up, and people are like, this was great. Like, I must have shit taste.
Well, I mean, you can never really, you can't predict the audience.
You can't, and that's one of the things I love about this. And when I say, I want to entertain people, I love those moments. Those are the moments that I live for.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there have been moments where I was like trying to come up with a joke, and I was just, okay, I'm just going to try something completely random, and that was the funniest thing in the entire video.
Yeah,
like it almost like just saying something that has nothing to do with anything in the video, and that ends up being the funniest thing. It's like, how did that happen? I don't even know. I just tried it.
Well, for my videos, I finally decided to get a background going, something in the background. So I went, and there's a channel out there. I forget which channel it is, but it's just B-roll. And there's several different ones, and I used a couple of them, but one of them is ducks swimming on a pond. And I'd used it once, and then in my next video, I'm going through it, and there's this part where it was really stupid. Somebody said something really stupid, and I said, fuck it, where are my ducks? And so I put the ducks on the screen, like, and people fucking loved it. And now when the ducks come on screen, if I do a premiere, people get excited for when the ducks come. Yeah, it's awesome. Just a weird random thing. I enjoy those moments. I enjoy the moments when you realize you did entertain them.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome. I just got to get back to that tweet with the Umbrella Corporation.
Oh yeah.
You want to know the best thing about it?
What's that? Like,
you understand when you're talking about the Umbrella Corporation and the timeline being fucked up and smoking crack, and all this shit. Any reasonable person understands that's a joke, right?
Right. You would think so.
Yeah, you'd think so. But Snopes did a fact check on my joke tweet.
You're kidding me. Oh my God. Of course they did. Of course they did.
It was deemed fake news.
Well, those are the idiots that have fact checked the Babylon Bee.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember. Do you remember when Snopes was actually a valid source?
Well, I remember when they were supposed to be. I didn't really pay much attention to them, but there was a time when they supposedly had a good reputation, I guess.
They did. I used to, if something came up, you'd go check Snopes and you'd follow their links because they would have it all there for you. And then it became just like, we're going to say whatever we want and say stupid shit. We're gonna fact check Undoom's joke tweet.
I mean, I thought it was like kind of obvious, and even if it wasn't, like, isn't the fact that it is a tweet enough? It's kind of like when those idiots, they come back and they're like, you've written like your opinion on something, and then they or reply to something, and you write your opinion, and then they're like, well, that's not really the whole story, isn't it? And you forgot about this nuance and that nuance,
God,
and
yeah.
like it's Twitter. There's a character limit, asshole. No,
Well,
what do you mean debate? You don't debate on Twitter. You have a character limit. You have enough characters to call the other guy an asshole, basically. And that's where it always ends up in the long run. It can take 5 minutes or it could take a day, but it always ends up with you calling each other assholes. So sometimes you just want to get to the asshole part and get it over with.
Well, I occasionally have what I would call a real conversation on Twitter, but it's rare.
Yeah, that's rare.
Most of the time, it's me, making fun of people who say stupid shit.
And that's fine. I mean, I guess that's the beauty of the platform. It basically forbids all serious conversation. If you could have a serious conversation in that, I guess that's good for you. And it can happen on certain subjects. You can go back and forth a little bit, especially if it's technical, like you're talking about a game or a piece of gear, or a synthesizer, or a computer hardware or something. You can go back and forth a little bit. But if you're really talking like things that fire people up, like politics, it's just going to end with you calling each other assholes.
I love Twitter. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people, I hate Twitter. No, I love Twitter. And it's because it's a dumpster fire.
Mm-hmm.
And
it is entertaining. You can't get away from that.
Exactly. So many people take Twitter so seriously. That's not what it's for.
No, it's for comedy. I always say that.
Yeah, it's for the jokes. It's for the burns, man. That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
And yeah, so many people take it so seriously. I have so many of the same conversations you just were talking about. Like, you missed this. I'm like, oh my God. Oh dear fuck.
Yeah, it's like they forget about the character limit. That's always like, okay, well, you try to fit it in.
It happens in streams too, because sometimes I'm on a subject and I just want to make a brief point about history, you know? And so you just briefly mention it, and then people, but you forgot this part and this part. And it's like, okay, I wasn't giving a historical fucking sermon here. I was just briefly, and if you want to look it up more, by all means, go do so. Let me get back to my fucking point. Right. It's amazing how many people will dance around your point rather than talk about it.
Yeah, actually, just the other day, I got really sort of miffed about that, or irked, maybe the better word. So I was gonna, what was it? Something about China. Like I was pissed off with China's handling of the coronavirus or something. Mm-hmm. So I don't even remember exactly what part or what it was about, but I wrote something about, fuck China or something. And then I wrote like the rest of the entire character limit was just a disclaimer. Like, yes, of course, I don't mean the government of China, blah, blah, right. Blah. and actually that time I didn't get any wise ass comments. So I guess that worked.
Yeah, I do sometimes get really upset with stuff on Twitter and lash out and mean it. The Rick Wilson guy I was talking about earlier from that stream, he had tweeted out to Melania Trump, #be infected. I'm like, you are a scummy piece of shit. Mm-hmm. Because he meant it. And he comes back, I really didn't mean that. And if you thought I meant that, you're stupid. And like, own your shit, man. Even if you were making a joke, own your shit. And he didn't. Instead, it was like, you just didn't understand what I meant. Like, I know what you meant, you dirty piece of shit. And there's some people on Twitter that are absolute nasty people. I follow too many politicians is the problem. And they are, some of them are scum fucks, man. Just
obviously, I think we've all noticed that as soon as there are political discussions, there is a high probability that someone is going to wish the other one dead at some point in the discussion.
Look, you can, I mean, make jokes about people and like, okay, that was, even if I don't think it's funny, I'm like, all right, I understand you were trying to joke there. Actually wishing death on people, like, fuck you. What is wrong with you? Now, there are people that if somebody were to, I don't know, wish death upon the leader of a certain largest Asian population country, I wouldn't get mad about that because he's a shitbag. But getting mad at Melania Trump because she's married to Donald and wishing her to get infected with a virus that could kill her, you are a horrible person. And
you know, we also have to take into account that there's a sliding rule here that doesn't apply equally to everyone. So I just know that I could never say anything like that and expect my account to be there.
Right. Oh yeah, exactly.
So it's like, okay, you can say whatever the fuck you want. You can just basically, sometimes they even do threaten to kill people, and maybe not in the straight out "I will kill you" way, but very lightly veiled. Like if I said something like that, I know I'd be like gone in a second, and that pisses me off because it's double standard. That's, you know, not something that humans enjoy.
Have you ever been punished on Twitter?
One time.
I think I'm up to 5 or 6 now.
Okay.
I got a 12-hour ban one time for calling somebody a dick.
Really?
Yeah. I got a 7-day ban for saying somebody was as sensitive as a clit.
Wow.
That
is so arbitrary.
This one's my favorite and the one that pissed me off the most. The actress from Game of Thrones who played the eldest daughter in the Stark clan. I forget her real name. But she said she was never going to act in Georgia again because of the new abortion laws. Well, she acted in several countries that outright ban abortion. And I called her a bimbo and got a 7-day ban.
Wow. For
calling her a bimbo. I'm like, are you kidding? I've said so much worse on here.
It's so arbitrary. You don't know what you're going to get hit by. But I remember I got hit by just a complete joke comment. You know that British, she's like an artist or whatever the fuck she is. Activist, artist, something. She does everything naked.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I don't know her name, but yeah.
And so she uploaded her videos and they were censored. Like she wasn't naked. They were blurred. Right. And she doesn't do that on the other platforms. That's her thing. And she's like all out there. So I was just like, okay, tits or GTFO. That got me punished.
Really?
Yeah.
God. From the woman who goes around naked all the time.
Yeah, she uploads every fucking other thingy. She's even have naked videos on YouTube because apparently you can have that if you're an activist.
If it's art.
Yeah, if it's art. So yeah, and that's her thing. That's what she's known for. She does her like TED Talks naked and all that stuff.
Yeah, she like paints paints words on her body.
I haven't paid that close attention, but
I can't remember if I did a video about her or if there was just a time when a whole bunch of people did it all at once. But yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
And Pat asked Sophie Turner about the chick that I called a bimbo. I'm pretty sure that was her. Yeah. A bimbo, man, 7 days. I was like, really? Yeah. The sensitive as a clit one pissed me off because it actually happened a month later.
Oh,
I was in an argument with Cat Black.
Okay.
And I don't even think I said it to her.
Mhm.
But then a month later, I got into an argument with her again, and suddenly I got a 7-day ban for that. I was like, "You dirty!" She was part of their trust and safety council thing.
Oh, because she doesn't have a clit, so that was like
Probably. I never even thought of that. Oh my god!
it's like what I call it, like transphobic.
Yes. The best part about that is that was sometime last year. It started trending to say men were as sensitive as clits. I was like, "Are you kidding me? You stole my joke and you're getting away with it. How dare you?" Oh, but yeah, they were female activists saying that, so it was okay. I do love Twitter. I hate the double standards there. Same with YouTube, though. I mean, I hate the double standards, but I enjoy the dumpster fire. I really do.
Right. Maybe Pat wants to come in.
Cat Black is a sensitive bully that can. Have you seen Cat Black lately?
No.
Oh man, when BreadTube popped up. Well, at least when it popped up on my radar. You know what BreadTube is?
Well, vaguely. I mean, it's like the communists of YouTube, right?
Yeah, they're lefties on YouTube who name themselves after a communist book. And
Right.
Cat Black made a video about the problem with BreadTube and how white it is. I forget the name of the video. Cat Black has just turned into a lush. An incoherent lush, a drunk.
Okay.
And I had trouble watching her video. Like, this is incoherent rambling and just her drinking wine. Like, but it was funny because watching BreadTube go after each other with their own SJW bullshit. Like, it's too white out here in BreadTube. Apparently it's white bread.
Well, I mean, you guys enjoy your civil war then.
Right. Like, go ahead. It's funny when it happens to them, and it's starting to happen more and more as they realize their own standards are going to be held against them. Oops.
Yeah. I remember there was some other like part of their sphere that had that argument just recently, but I can't remember which one it was.
They had a problem. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
They had an issue with ContraPoints because ContraPoints acknowledged that trans women are born men.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And ContraPoints had referenced, what's his name? That really buff-looking trans guy. Shit, I can't remember his name. Somebody in chat will help me with that, I hope. But she referenced him, and he's another one that says this. Look, I'm a man, but I was born a woman. Acknowledging biology. But that made him transphobe. So Buck Angel, thank you, Pat. Acknowledge that, I was born a woman. And apparently that's too far. That's too far.
Well, I mean, what happened to that? Did they totally cancel the shit out of ContraPoints or?
Mostly. I don't think Contra's uploaded anything recently to know, but there was a huge blow up on Twitter, and I just sat back laughing.
I remember it happening, but at the point I was busy or whatever, so I just noted it. I never really found out what the fallout was, if that was the end of ContraPoints or not, or.
Yeah, I don't know if Contra's made anything since then, and like I said, it's just funny to watch them eat their own.
Well, the funniest part is that they're so dependent on their social capital amongst each other that they really can cancel the shit out of each other. Sure. I mean, if nobody can cancel me except for YouTube. I don't give a shit what anyone thinks. I'm doing this for me. I'm having fun. This is my hobby. You can't cancel me. Doesn't matter if you have like 1,000 people calling me an asshole on Twitter. Doesn't bother me. But for that group, it's so built on like patting each other on the back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and Pat just brought up Ariel Scarcelli, and this is an excellent point of that. Ariel is a lesbian and
just before you do that,
Sure.
I was going to ask if Pat wanted to come in the chat, or I mean in here, if you wanted to bring in.
Oh, you want me to send him the link?
Well, if he wants to, you know.
I can do that. Pat, you want to come hang out, bud? Ariel Scarcelli, she's a lesbian feminist, and she was invited to Mardi Gras down in Australia. And in Australia, Mardi Gras is not like it is here. Mardi Gras is a gay pride thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Pat, I'm looking for you in my messages, bud. Give me just a second. I will find you and send you this link. There you are. So she's invited to talk at this panel down there for gay pride. She is a lesbian. I want to remind you of this.
Mm-hmm.
So she's invited down there, and a trans woman throws a huge fit because Ariel is another one who acknowledges that there's biology. And so the lesbian got kicked out of the gay pride event because of a trans woman. Canceled, just outright canceled. Yeah, and then it's pushing Ariel to be she actually came out with a tweet, fuck these SJW bullshit nonsense people. And she's caused quite the stir on Twitter lately. Because she's not putting up with that crap.
Sounds like someone I should follow.
Yeah, you should check her out. It's getting fun over there on Ariel's page. She made a post not too long ago saying that with all these people staying inside and having to cut their own hair, we're going to have 74 new genders, which I thought was funny. But her former lefty friends don't find that funny at all.
No, of course not.
Because why would they? Why would they understand humor?
I don't know. It's like it's a lost art or something.
Ugh. Oh, man.
Isn't it?
Well, I don't know if it's a lost art or if it's been beaten out of people. It saddens me because I love humor. I really do. I laugh a lot. I think it's good for you.
Yeah.
And these people are so fucking uptight, man. So uptight.
Did you get a hold of Pat, or?
I sent him the link. Is he down below? You'll have to keep an eye on him. He says he's in the back, so he's here. You got to bring him in. I can invite him. I can't bring him into the show.
All right. Okay. Hold on. I got another message here. I was just gonna see, where are we? Here we are, over there.
All right, what's going on, yo?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. Like right now, I got a actual forced day off because right now my allergies are like going haywire. So, in the job that I work, with this whole, COVID thing going on, like, they basically looked at me and like, yeah, you don't look so good. I'm like, it's just allergies, but I can't work. But like, no, we're going to take precautions. So, we're going to send you home. So, they're making me do this.
Well, are you getting paid though?
Yeah, yep. Like, it's, they're going to count it as a sick day. It's not going to count against me and things like that. So that's all good. Like,
that's good. That's good. Fuck, if they're going to pay for it, then.
Yeah, they're like being safe to start because I work around food, what I'm saying? Like and I can't convince them that, hey, it's just sinuses and things like that. I don't have the corona, so,
but that's kind of reassuring though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. You should have looked at him and said, is this because I'm black?
No, but that's good. That's good that they're doing that. I mean, you wouldn't want to. I mean, you are kind of suspicious just driving by a takeout thing and thinking, wonder if these guys have corona. You are kind of thinking that, aren't you?
Yes, yeah. What?
So
What
it's nice to hear that they're taking it seriously. It
Oh,
really
yeah.
is.
So it's like, it's a better safe than sorry thing, and the way that I'm feeling and things like that. Because I was on the little sinus medication, and it kind of like gives you like that little damn. I'm look high as fuck. So that's probably what they're saying right there. Like, yeah, goddamn, you got to go home.
Yeah, look at his eyes. Look at his eyes.
Yeah.
So I'll rest up and hopefully, like I'm saying, tomorrow I'll be feeling better. If I don't, then I'm just gonna go like see if I got like a little sinus infection or something like that, get that taken care of. And hopefully they won't freak out when they see my big black ass coming up in there.
Right. Get some nice sick leave and everything. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So what you been
Because
doing?
yeah, it's getting rough right now. Like especially like
Are you in lockdown?
No, we're not in lockdown right now. We're at the point where it's like certain restaurants, like fast food and things like that, they're just basically shutting down the inside part where it's like you can still order food, you just can't sit down and like and gather and all that right though. But most of all I'm saying, most of us is like we're still doing good right now. I think we've got like one or two cases like here and there, and like they're basically taking care of them. And they're just trying their best not to let it go around, but it hasn't reached to a point where it's like, okay, y'all can't go out. We're on martial law and shit. But we've been doing good so far, and hopefully it'll let up very soon, man. If the government will stop playing tug of war with each other, Jesus Christ, them motherfuckers.
I was surprised they got the thing done.
Well, it's not done yet. It's just done in the Senate, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, right. Okay, so I'm partially right because I was like, I kind of just figured this is never going to work. They're going to fight over this for months. Was my prediction. But then today it seemed like we're all done. But I guess maybe you're right. Maybe they'll fuck it up in the House.
Yeah, if because Nancy Pelosi's talking about doing this by unanimous consent, so everybody doesn't have to come back to Washington. And there's actually a story in CNN last night that said AOC might not agree to unanimous consent so that she can force other stuff in the bill. Like, bitch, you're still going to lose. They're going to pass the damn thing. Why would you do that to people?
Just to put her name out there, that big donkey teeth motherfucker. Ooh, my nerves. I'm gonna try not to get your stream yeeted, man, because I'm gonna say some. I'm gonna try not to say some wild stuff. Because when it comes to the squad and Nancy Pelosi, that woman look like she drinks 24/7. Even when she's on the seat, she look drunk as hell.
Oh, her licking her teeth is driving me nuts.
She needs to get some super poly grip, man. Keep some things in place.
That's annoying as hell. It's so childish. Who's childish? Oh, phew, not me. Sorry,
Sorry,
go ahead.
No. I mean, I'm just very curious about what she's got to do, and if she's actually going to try to capitalize on this. And I'm not sure how she can, but I'm sure in her head she can capitalize on it. But that seems like backfiring because people need money now.
Yeah,
because there are so many places. Oh, go ahead.
I was just say, even with this, if this passed today, if Donald Trump signed it today, people still aren't going to get their money for like another 2 weeks. And like you said, we do need it today.
Yeah, I mean, rent's due in like less than a week. So that's pretty tight. They're still going to have to go plead with their landlord. Just even if it gets sent now, like you said, it's going to take 2, maybe 3 weeks. So they're still going to have to go plead with their landlord.
Yeah, and there's some who've said, sorry, your rent is still due, and those, come on, guys, be reasonable. But yeah, trying to call everybody. She said she was going to do it because she thinks there's too many corporate giveaways.
Pelosi's too many corporate giveaways, but she can spend $25 million on a fucking arts center.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Now I said, once you trying to like get like I think you were talking about it earlier, like Planned Parenthood and like a whole lot of DACA up in there, like where they're basically taken care of and shit like that.
Yeah, that's what Pelosi's plan was. Pelosi screwed the pooch on this so bad trying to do that. And I think she learned her lesson because even the press lit her up for it. If AOC thinks she can actually bring everybody back to Washington and do anything, she's a moron. If Nancy is asking for unanimous consent, that means everybody's going to vote with her. The Republicans are going to vote with her. You have no chance. You're just being a bitch.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I mean, there's always going to be one ass also.
Yeah. And they're usually in our government.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about the unanimous vote. What the fuck does it matter? Can't you just get the thing through and get people some money so they don't get thrown out?
Well, the reason is the way they want to do the unanimous consent thing is if they don't, all of your representatives are back in their home districts right now.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't get unanimous consent, they all have to come back to vote in person.
So you mean that? Okay, I get it.
So Nancy's actually trying to do something to speed this up. And AOC is like, I'm going to stop it because I'm so smart. I hate that word.
AOC is going to start some shit.
Oh, she's a moron.
Yeah, holy shit. They should do whatever they can to just get this done.
Yes.
Because, I mean, I talk to a lot of people on Twitter. I know that's not like scientifically a good sample size or anything, but I talk to a lot of people. I'm kind of pretty social on Twitter, if that's a thing. So but I hear so many stories of people who are like on the brink of getting evicted and they've lost their job, everything's canceled, and they have fucking mortgages or rent, and oh my God, it's a horror show. It's a nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear this fucking partisan bullshit. I don't care whose fault it is. I don't care if it's the Democrats or the Republicans. Just get it the fuck done. Because this is not normal. This is force majeure. You know what I mean? We're not talking about, and it pisses me off with all these people that are like, they're like, oh, now you like socialism. Listen, this is force majeure. You've read about that in your insurance documents, probably. Like, shut the fuck up. We need to save society right now, because otherwise there's going to be pretty much the zombie apocalypse without the zombies. If you don't get people food and somewhere to stay, you're going to have anarchy. That is the opposite of having a good society. It doesn't really matter if you don't have that.
And the way I'm looking at politics right now is, I think
there's.
I'm usually a small government, don't spend our money kind of guy. Oh, did we lose Pat?
Yes, of course.
Me?
Oh, but anyway, I'm usually small government, don't spend my money kind of thing. But in this case, I'm like, yes, do this. It needs done. These people need help.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes.
This is what our government is actually for.
Yeah. If there was ever a time, normally, I mean, if it wasn't like this kind of crazy thing, I'm all for, giving people incentive to bring themselves up by their bootstrap and everything. But you can't have that when the entire society is collapsing around them.
Yeah,
that's not really fair.
What were you saying there, Pat?
Want to call that socialism? Okay, I guess we're socialists for 2 months then.
Yeah, and I'm okay with it for that 2 months.
Yeah. I don't really consider it even in that area, because it's a completely different thing. It's a completely different situation. We've never experienced this in modern times, so we have to just make sure that we get through it.
Yeah, people aren't going to work because they don't want to go to work. Our unemployment when this started was the lowest it's been recorded in, if not forever, in a long, long time. And for Blacks and Asians and Latinos, the lowest ever recorded.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like people don't want to go to work. Work was shut down.
Yeah, exactly. And it's crazy.
Yeah, I actually saw somebody arguing, no, this isn't how we do it. We have to continue our government and small government. Like, this is not the time, jackass.
No. I mean, that you could have done that from the beginning, I guess, but then everyone has to sort of be on board on that course, because that requires everyone to just keep working. And once the cat's out of the bag and people have gotten panicked by the media, that's not going to happen. If you had some sort of massive socialist propaganda machine, you could have probably no one would have noticed, Yeah. If it was all state-run media and you only got what the state wanted you to see, obviously they would have just said, oh, we have a new flu season. Same as the last one, no problem. Mm-hmm. Lots of people would have died, but nobody would have known, because they never interact in a socialist society. They have everything's controlled by the state, so they don't know that.
Yeah, until it gets too bad, China, right?
Yeah. Well, they probably don't even know the next town over that Wuhan is locked down. That's the scary part. They probably have no idea. All of their media is controlled. That's the scary part.
Yeah, exactly.
Gentlemen, I'm going to have to bow out. I do desperately need sleep. And I also hear my granddaughter up, so I need to go see her first and play. I'll probably play for an hour and then go to sleep.
Right.
Oh, she's so cute, and she works me like a puppet, man. But thanks for having me on, bud. Thanks for the conversation, and I hope to do it again soon.
Yes, of course. Anytime, man.
All right, you gentlemen have a good day and stay safe out there.
All right, man. Take care. All right, man. Are you going to head out too, or what are you going to do?
Right now, I can stay for a little bit. Like all it is, like I said, it's just crazy allergies. But it's like I'm saying, I'm doing very good. So what's been going on?
Oh, well, for me, I have it kind of good. So the whole Corona thing has been kind of kind to me, because it doesn't really affect my day job. So I've been really busy as always, basically doing my work. I know. So there's that. Got a little super chat here. Thank you, Rudicus Prime. Damn, my impound lot is still up and running. Okay.
Yeah, and to a lot of people, like that can and are able to work right there, it's like, be appreciative of that, because it's like there are a lot of folks where I'm living at, it's like they can't work because their job requires them to serve food, or like be in places where large gatherings are supposed to be, but since they can't do that right there, then it's like that's what they're wondering, how we're going to pay rent, how we're going to pay our bills and all that right there. And I saw like arguments on Twitter. I wouldn't call them arguments, discussion between Satirician and Sinatra, where they were basically discussing about that, because somebody was talking about nobody needs to be paying rent, but Sinatra was bringing up the point, but but what about the landlords? They're still going to have to pay property taxes and all that right there. And so they were like going like back and forth where it's like I can understand that. So it's like if they don't put like a freeze on like landlords paying like their property taxes and everything that they're owed and stuff like that, well they gotta continue to charge rent. Otherwise they can't pay the stuff that they need. So it's like,
right. I actually saw like a really heartfelt, desperate plea for help on Twitter just a couple of hours ago from a landlord. He was like, all my tenants have basically formed a union, and now they refuse to pay any rent for the next 2 months. They've talked to each other, and apparently they've just gone on Corona strike. So this is my livelihood. I'm a landlord. I that's what I do. Now I have nothing. Like, wow, that's kind of, I didn't think of that. So now he's going out of business, and they're probably going to get evicted even sooner. Because obviously if he goes out of business, someone else is going to just take the property. So that's maybe not be that categorical.
So it like hurts a lot of people. So that's the reason why, like, like when it comes to this stimulus package and all that right there, like everybody's like hoping that they can get it done very, very soon and things like that, instead of trying to be like a political tug of war where they're like, trying to hold it hostage until they get what they want. I'm like saying, yeah, well, what you're doing that right there, so many people are going to be, losing their house, losing their livelihood and all that right there. And all for what? All because y'all want to be the ones to take credit for who releases this package right here, because that's what it basically looks like.
That's what it is.
Yeah, they don't want the Republicans or Trump to take the credit and things like that, and vice versa. So it's like y'all need to come together like our government, take care of the people and things like that. Help us out during our damn time of need, and stop this political pissing contest, because it just makes them look bad right now.
Oh yeah, and that's what made me really like pessimistic about this thing, because we've had a couple of times where they just shut down the entire fucking government. I don't know. It's like once with Trump and at least once with Obama. So they're not above just shutting everything down and letting people starve for a couple of weeks just to score some points, even though I don't understand how they think they score points, but in their heads they do.
Because they got like a certain small amount of people who, that vocal minority that always blasting on social media and things like that. So they figure, like I'm saying, everything they see on social media is like the majority, which is really not. That's just a bunch of loudmouths who want to be seen and heard.
Yeah.
Like the blue check marks, they're the main ones who are really getting on my nerves right now, because like all the leftist Twitter and the celebrities and things like that, basically like them showing themselves like in quarantine, and I'm like, yeah, but your quarantine is way different from my quarantine. I live on a 9 to 5 and shit like that. You got millions of motherfucking dollars, I'm saying, like hidden in some kind of Swiss bank account and shit like that. You're sitting up there acting like, oh, boo hoo, woe is me.
Yeah, like 7,000 square feet, and yeah, got your pool and inside pool, and yeah, that's a real tough quarantine there.
Yeah, like Madonna and her little tub with her bitter her rose petals and stuff like that, doing what the hell she doing. And I'm like, woman, if I can reach this computer screen, I would knock that. I just hate that celebrity virtue sick, and like, we know what you're going through. No, you don't, you pampered motherfucker.
Yeah, that's just condescending.
Yeah,
it's fucking condescending. Like, these assholes, they know that they could buy a fucking yacht every day till they die, and they still wouldn't run out of money, and they're gonna virtue signal.
Yeah, because they have to, because they know if they don't do it, then they can't get that Hollywood job. That's why the majority of them pretend like they can't stand President Trump and all that right there. But give it about a year or two when he's out of office, all of them are going to be buddy again. They're just basically doing what it takes, because Hollywood has that narrative that, whatever we say it goes, and if you want a job, you have to push this.
I know, but you remember the time before social media? I mean, you didn't used to know shit about whatever political affiliation anyone had. You didn't know what Tom Hanks thought or whatever Madonna thought or whatever. Nobody knew. Nobody had access to their fucking stream of consciousness on Twitter and shit. So we just like her music. So that's cool. And I like Tom Hanks because he acts cool and whatever. Denzel Washington was cool in Crimson Tide. So I like him and blah, 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 right? That was enough. And now we have to navigate this whole fucking thing. It's like, oh my God, this person is so crazy. I'm not even sure I could watch their movies with a good conscience. And like, I have to think about what kind of an asshole that person is before I can even support watching. I hate thinking like that. I hate it.
Yeah, because ever since like they invented Twitter and things like that, and like you see a lot of these celebrities doing what they're doing. It's like like Alyssa Milano, I'm just completely turned off from her, man. All the stuff that she says and she does, and
I wish I could just watch your shit and be happy with that. Why'd you have to run your mouth?
Yeah,
all of you assholes. Just shut the fuck up and act. You're actors. You're not activists.
Yeah, because I mean, she just jumped from one trending Democrat to the other and things like that. I'm saying, 1 second she was Team Kamala, next second she was Team Warren, she was Team Hillary, she was Team Bill, she was Team Bernie, now she's Team Biden. I'm like, God, you jumping on so many goddamn,
Is she Team Biden now?
Yeah, she's Team Biden. No,
that's perfect. She's going to get molested by him.
It won't take too long for she's
then we're going to have more Me Too movements. That's awesome. Holy shit!
But it just shows how condescending and how hypocritical I'm saying. Like the majority of them are. Because it's all just for one reason, is because they're trying to push that Hollywood narrative. If I say this and if I do that, and if I get way popular on social media, Hollywood is going to see that and they're going to be like, hey, we got this project coming up and we love you to star in it. That's what it's basically all about. And I see that from a mile away.
Oh yeah. Hey, we should ask Babbling Brook to come on.
Hey, Brookie, like I said, if she's available.
Yeah, we should do that. Let's see if do you have her on Twitter?
I do.
Yeah, I think I have too, but let's see if she answers in the chat here. She should hear this in about 10 seconds.
Yeah, because it has a long delay.
No, it's not that bad though. So see if she responds. We can send her a link. Anyway, yeah, you're completely right with that. I mean, it's like James Woods is a good example. It's like there's one guy who's like right wing. He's super right wing. I mean, he's even like, okay, maybe he's too far right wing sometimes, but can there just be one guy? Can't you just have one? Can you leave the one guy alone? We only have one right wing guy. It's him and Adam Baldwin. That's all we got.
No, like I said, they got to have all of them. Brooke says, "Love you guys, but I'm sick." So she's not feeling good. Well, I'm a little under the weather too, Brooke, but I'm here. But
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, I know it's like she hasn't been feeling good.
Right? What, you got corona, Brooke?
Well, let's hope not.
No, let's hope not. I'm just asking.
Yeah, but like with James Woods and Alec Baldwin, it's like I think with them they can kind of afford to be conservative because they've done their thing in Hollywood, so they don't have to like really like rely upon them and things like that.
Especially James Woods. I mean, he's pretty old, so I guess he's set for life. He knows that he can't blow all the money he has because he's fucking, what is he, like 80 years old?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's in fuck you money status, so it's like, hell shit.
Yeah,
I don't need the Hollywood narrative. I can speak however I want, like him and Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, exactly. Those guys have more money than years left, so it doesn't matter. So Adam Baldwin, I don't know how much money he's made, but he might be in a worse off position, I guess. From what I hear, he's not been hired as much as he should, because I like him as an actor.
I don't know. Yeah, all the conservative actives, they have been hugely blacklisted.
Yeah, I think that's such fucking bullshit. And I'm not just speaking from like from a partisan point of view, because I try to be as objective as I can. I don't really like to be partisan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just I'm trying to look at this objectively. Like, those are the only two. Well, okay, you mentioned Clint Eastwood, so 3 actors against a couple of thousands on the other side. Like, can you cut them a break, try to exterminate their livelihood?
That's just how the extreme side of it at least is. You know, like they speak. Oh, excuse me, right there. They speak their mind, and they you know, they show their support for the president, and all of a sudden it's just like, yeah, you can't do that. You're horrible. You're every label in the book and things right there. And of course, you know, the radical supporters of those celebrities, you know, come out and do everything they can to silence that person. But it's just really, really, really sad, man.
Yeah,
Especially
they're not doing anything special. I mean, Adam Baldwin, he's just like a normal kind of right-wing guy. What, we can't have, we're not supposed to have 2 parties in this country anymore? What are you talking about? Are we supposed to be like one party state? China? Hello?
Yeah,
we have to have 2 parties. I don't want the Democratic Party to erase the other party, or vice versa. They have to compete. That's the whole point. They have to make each other better by competing. You know what I mean?
Like one party, what would eventually happen? They just end up making an enemy out of each other.
Well, that's true, unless it's in China. You have the China style where everything's just crushed. So we don't really want to try that. Obviously, if humans being humans, if you unite everyone, then immediately they're going to find something else to fight over and try to divide, because it's in our nature to sort of divide almost like universally around a 50-50 line, it seems. Every fucking country has that line where it's this guy, these guys 1 year, and the next year is these guys. They go back and forth, 50-50. Yeah. It seems to be a universal thing as soon as you give people choice. So I think that's probably some deep-rooted human shit. Yeah, because we're a competitive species. So if you can't just unite everyone and expect to have utopia, because as soon as you do that, they're gonna wait a minute. I don't like those guys with the blue scarf. Those guys are gay. Someone's gonna come up with something.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, like even if they got their way, how long would it take before they find something else just to complain?
Yeah. And I think that's a human need, probably.
But you know, I don't know. Like I said, with the craziness going at the way it is, it's just like I said, it's going to get worse before it gets any better. And then when it does start to get better, it's going to, you know, somebody's going to do something to make it, you know, to make it 10 times worse again. Because like I said, they just enjoy the, you know, they enjoy the fighting.
Yeah, I mean, now we have the double pleasure of having election and corona, like double whammy. That's interesting. I mean, you remember the Chinese curse, right? May you live in interesting times.
Yeah, and with it here,
thanks, China.
Yeah. Like with it here, I think it's not gonna last like very long, but it's gonna like you know, they're gonna hold on to it like as long as they can and stuff like that, you know, to like basically increase their political stance and all this right here, and that's on both sides. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking like, give it about like what, about a month, and like eventually like everything's gonna like open back up, because like the economy is gonna take a hit, but it's not gonna take that much of a hit to the fact where it's like, all right, now we're losing a little too much money, something's got to give. So I'm like, give it about a month or two. And I'm saying, luckily, hopefully, it's like in another month, and everything could be like going back to normal, even with the corona, like doing what it's doing right now. Like I said, they'll just basically treat it like the common flu then, because it's like, damn, we're losing too much money.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, could be. I have no idea. This is uncharted territory.
Yeah, at least that's what I'm hoping.
I guess that's what everyone's hoping. Unless you're really into that thing that we should quarantine everything for a year and a half, like they're talking about in Germany and shit. But the Germans, they like doing the authoritarian shit, don't they?
Yeah, they exactly had like a great reputation when it comes to
the Germans are marching again.
Like, all right, goddamn, who's trying to recreate Hitler's zone?
Yeah. Well, I think that's their long-term plan with the entire European Union. They couldn't do it before, so now they're invading Europe with the European Union.
Like, here it go again.
Yeah. Oh man. No, but there are certain countries over there that are like really hardcore. They're like you can't have public gatherings with more than 2 people. That's the biggest public gathering. That's pretty hardcore, man.
Yeah, I've been hearing like especially like a lot of people that we'll be talking to from over in the UK. They're kind of like they're kind of like on this lockdown right now, this quarantine thing where you can't have you can't have like many gatherings, and if you're gonna go out, you can only go out and like basically get your essentials. And they're basically like they're like cracking down when it comes to like a certain age, especially like the elderly. They don't really want the elderly to like get out as much, because them and infants are the ones that the coronavirus is really affecting.
Right. Yeah. I mean, not that I'm supposed to do much more over here, but that was pretty hardcore. They're really expecting. They're saying Germany's saying that they expect the entire population to get it. Like they're just basically, that's their projection. They're all going to get it, and they're just trying to delay it so that the hospital won't get swamped.
Oh, God.
That's the only plan they have. And if that's what they're saying, it's not unreasonable to assume that they're probably not just pulling that out of their ass. So we may be in for something similar.
I am saying lock them down and spray all around the best way that they can. Oh man.
Oh. Interesting times.
Yeah, like I said, I'm just hoping it doesn't, I'm saying it like because the worst that I was basically seeing so far is, like I said, the obviously, the fear mongering and the panic buying. And there are some places where, like I'm saying, where crime has increased. So, the police are trying to like, keep everything like all fine and dandy. But of course, criminals are gonna be criminals. So shit, like, and the opportunists, and and like and the trendsetters, like people who are jumping on these things, like trying to go viral. Like somebody tried to get that coronavirus bullshit started. I'm like, really? Like,
you saw the toilet bowl.
Yeah, the toilet bowl fools. I'm like, really?
How dumb can you get?
I'm saying, like, if you're dumb enough to do that, you know what? You need to catch something.
But he did.
Now, good for him. Like I said,
it was like next week. It was like, I caught corona. You think you went around licking public toilets, you asshole? What do you think's gonna happen? Of course, you got corona.
Yeah, cause he was one of those types that always jumps on every friendly topic and things like that because he's a clout chaser. He's trying to get popular, whatever you do. I think the last thing that he jumped on was that ice cream licking thing right there, which I'm tripped out of like all these people who all of a sudden tripping out about the coronavirus now, they were part of that nasty junk. Now all of a sudden it's like,
Yeah. That was disgusting in itself. But
yeah.
Now they're doing with this shit where it can kill people.
Mm-hmm. Now you're trying to get a trend going that I'm saying, of a disease that's actually taking lives and things like that. And I heard he got suspended for it. And I don't know. I think that other girl who did it as well. Like people who are basically like encouraging folks to go out there and do some of this dangerous stuff, like Twitter for once they're saying like, we're not having that. So
they cracked down like a motherfucker. They came down like a ton of bricks on that guy. You remember the other guy? Yeah, that licked all the bottles, licking all that. Like, I don't know, was it like I don't know, deodorants or whatever it was. He was going around there like, I got corona and I'm licking all these bottles.
He got arrested.
He got arrested and he got charged with terrorism. All right.
I know, like I think some people like Tim Poos said that's kind of extreme, but I'm just like at this time right here, I can really understand. You got to make an example out of somebody. Like, don't do this stuff. We will get you.
Yeah, because they've been doing it now. They've been doing the fucking ice cream challenge for about a year, and they were like, "Oh, okay." They got caught and they got like 5 days in jail and what was it, $2,000 in fines or something? Like, okay, if you're a clout chaser on YouTube and you got millions of followers, that's bullshit.
Yeah,
that's like, okay, $2,000. If you have a bunch of millions of followers, you're making bank. So, and if you're gone 5 days, that's just a nice story for your next video. So that's bullshit. You certainly need to send a stronger message because these idiots keep doing it.
And I think this kind of message actually does that right there. I'm saying they get this guy right here, they arrest him, they charge him really hefty right there to where folks are going to be like, okay, I'm not going to risk that.
Yeah,
it's the only way to get him to stop.
That was domestic terrorism. It wasn't like the baddest of the bad. It wasn't like he was charged with blowing shit up, but it was still under the category of domestic terrorism. So it had like a 5-year prison sentence.
Yeah, so it's kind of like what, bioterrorism?
I guess I don't remember what the actual legal term was, but yeah, it was a maximum of 5 years. So he could theoretically get 5 years if the judge is in a bad mood.
No.
I don't think the entire trial is going to be too much problem with all that video evidence.
No.
So it's probably not. We don't even have to think about guilty or not guilty.
Because that's the thing right there, because they don't think about the consequences of their actions and things like that, because they probably never had any consequence. Like I said, they just see people doing this, and if they did get caught, they got a slap on the wrist. So they think like, oh, I want, that's probably going to happen to me too. Like, you're one of the unlucky ones. So, hey.
Yeah, that may have been true for the first one. Then it kept going and kept going, and then you idiots kept going after we had a fucking pandemic. That's when the ton of bricks comes down.
I said, better late than never. See it.
Yeah, that grossed me the fuck out. Even when they're just doing it with the ice cream back when it wasn't even a huge deal, that still grossed me the fuck out.
Yeah, and I hate, like I said, like I don't think they ever caught the girl that actually started, but it's like some of the people who were doing it, they did,
Yeah, and they got, slaps on the wrist, like
which sucks, but
couple of days in jail, maybe a couple of $1,000 in fines, but
But now we got something that they're trying to try that's actually, you know, like killing people, and it's becoming like it's this is a worldwide pandemic. So, you know, like for them to like be cracking down on that, that's you know, that's really saying something right there, you know.
Right, because I was just talking to a guy right before I came on this stream on Twitter, and he's like, he's been suffering in bed for 24 days, feeling like he's drowning with the coronavirus, because apparently that's what it feels like. And when you die, you die of basically drowning on dry land, right? So it's a horrible disease, and to go around and spread that,
Yeah,
like,
because
you know, doing that is just not something we can accept as a society.
Because I know they're saying like the symptoms right now, like fever, sore throat, cough, and like yeah, like the shortness of breath, like.
Yeah, and apparently the shortness of breath is obviously what kills you. And I can't imagine a worse way of dying.
Because it's the fluid building up in your lungs to the fact
Right.
that you can't hardly breathe. So that's why it feels like you're drowning, because you know everything's building up in your lungs right there to the fact where you can't breathe, and it's just solely suffocating you. From what I heard.
I don't know if you're a big swimmer or not, but you know, I remember when I was a kid, sometimes when you're swimming, I wasn't a swimmer or anything like a professional swimmer, just a kid doing shit in a pool or in the beach or whatever. And sometimes you misjudge things, and you're like, that panic catches you. And you know, you're probably, you know, you can just swim up and all that, but holy fuck, that is a scary feeling. And to have to suffer through that panic creeping right behind the back of your eyelids for 30 days or 24 days in his case. Holy shit. That's scary. That scares me way more than dying.
You know, with me, like, you know, I can't swim. I sink like a rock. So.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you have, you can imagine it not being nice to feel that panic.
You know, that's why I chose the Army over the Navy, because I'm like, yeah, me and water ain't gonna get along.
Yeah, I hear that.
Because I can't see myself being a SEAL.
Well, I grew up near the ocean, so there was that. But yeah, that's a scary feeling. That's a scary feeling to me. It scares me way more than death. I don't care about death. We're all gonna die. That's fine. Yeah. I just don't want to die in a painful, horrible, panicky way.
Yeah, and I don't want to go before my time, which is why, you know, like a lot of people out there, you know, we tell them, like, you know, to take care of themselves, but don't treat this like it's the end of the world, like how some people have been doing. Like as soon as they heard like it hit right here, and mainstream media started that whole entire like you know, that fear mongering, like, you know, like, oh, the coronavirus is here, you're gonna die. And next thing you know, everybody's going out there panicking, buying everything up in sight, you know, fighting over toilet paper and shit.
Yeah, no, it is a fine balance, because it started out with way too much to the other side with like, it's just the flu, bro. So it's like, yeah, it's a balance act that's hard. It's hard. Like I don't even know myself if I'm getting it right. How seriously I should take it. Like sometimes I just feel like, whatever, you know, I'm fine. I got work to do. It's going to be fine. And sometimes it's like, holy shit, maybe this is zombie apocalypse. I don't know.
As if somebody watched too much Resident Evil.
Yeah. You know, maybe not zombie apocalypse, but you know, it doesn't do you any good to take it too lightly either. So that's what I mean.
But like I said, hopefully in time, man.
Yeah. Well, so what did you do in the army?
Where I was in the army, I said, I was in infantry. I joined for like 8 years from like 95 to 2003. And like I said, I toured over in Iraq once, right? The scariest, thing of my life. But it's
Wow. Yeah. Thanks for your service, man. I've never done that. So
I know
that's awesome.
a lot of people basically say, like, they heard about these stories, like, yeah, we was over there, and I'm saying, I'm saying, I was brave, I was tough, nothing. Don't let them people fool you, man. Shoot, soon as you go over there, man, that's the scariest experience you will ever, like, you're doing it for love of country and things like that, but don't think for 1 second that everybody goes over there is without fear. Shit.
No, I'm not. I would have imagined that fear is a kind of a good thing to have to stay alive.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because and I managed to, like I said, like with my time, there were a few like skirmishes like here and there where you had to attack. So, you had to shoot at certain things right there, like I said, I always tell everybody, like, I don't, they just showed me to shoot at a certain place right there. And I did, I don't know if my bullets ever, hit targets and things like that. But if they did, oh man, but I just, I just basically, like did my duty right there, served like my time, little term, and then like just basically, serve the rest of my, serve the rest of my time up in there, just in like the regular army until 2003, did that 8 years, and I'm just like, yeah, that's enough for me right there, because
Is that like a limit for some sort of you get a retirement package or
you have to go like 20 years, more like a minimum of that. Like when you do that, like
20 years? Okay,
you can just easily retire.
Right. So after 8 years, you don't really get that much, or
it's usually like after every 4 years you can choose like re-enlist. So it's like I had did that again, but it's like after that second re-enlistment, I'm like, yeah, that's kind of enough for me. So
yeah, I've had enough of you. Yeah, that's my buddy Magog. You ever talk to him?
Yes, like I said, Magog is, I'm saying, cool person, man. It's been a while since we talked to him.
Yeah, because he's also he's Air Force. He's got some war stories too.
Like,
I guess you guys have your infights between the Air Force and Navy and Army and all that and Marines. Like you all hate. It's obviously you don't hate each other, but it's a fun game.
Yeah, it's a fun game right there.
The chair force and all that.
Like I said, like they have like certain names for people right there, especially like like, oh man, the Army and Marines, man, they go like just neck to neck with each other. I'm just talking to dog, like it'd be mostly like Air Force and Navy they'd be like butting heads, and like Army and the Marines, but it's always fun.
Yeah, of course, that makes sense because Air Force and the Navy, they have all the big fucking machines, so they'd be going toe to toe with that shit, and you guys be squaring off with the Marines. What do you call the Marines in the derogatory term?
So a lot of times we call them like leathernecks and like rubbernecks and all that shit.
Right. What do they call you?
Oh man, they call us a lot of things. Like, God, I think the last time I was like dogging with a Marine, like I said, it used to call us like milk drinkers and like, oh really? This comes from a rubberneck right here. Like,
what do they call the Navy assholes?
The Navy, I'm saying like, shit. Damn, I can't come up with a whole lot of Navy terms because besides them like being SEALs and things like that, like I've heard like a lot of jokes between them, like, well, at least we can fly, and like the Navy, like, well, at least we can swim.
Yeah,
it just goes back and forth, and it's all fun and games, but it's like I'm saying, but when push comes to shove, and we have to defend the country and things like that. Shoot, you'll never see like an entire group come together, man, so quickly.
Of course. No, I think it's funny, you know, all the names and all that. I laughed my ass off the first time I heard Chair Force. That was brilliant. I'm sure they have some equally funny term for the Navy.
Mm. I said, but yeah, it'd be some fun times, man. It's like, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's so you were you thinking, you were there during the actual after 9/11?
No, I was out before 9/11. Like when I joined, like Desert Storm was basically happened, like a little bit after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I joined during the whole like yeah, I joined, like I'm saying, around 96, you know, like when the whole Saddam Hussein thing was going down. So
Right.
yeah, it's like
All right, so you didn't have to go back and do the shit when 9/11 happened.
Oh no, I didn't have to, like during that time. So it's like
yeah, one's enough.
Yeah, like by that time, that's when I was like, when it happened, I was working like in a restaurant down here in like Texarkana when it all like went down, like and they already had, you know, so many people doing it, plus and like with a lot of volunteers. So
Right.
if I wanted to, obviously, and I easily could. I could have like you know announced like my military status that I've had in the past, and like I could have easily, like, you know, like had a way to went down there and help. But it's like, you know, everybody else was like was already doing so much that the only thing we could do at our job right there was like basically like, you know, help donate to like the causes and to like the families, you know, like
Right.
who were like affected by this whole entire thing. Because yeah, when that happened right there, man, it's so much to go.
Yeah, I mean it's you'd done enough. Fuck, 8 years, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
That is it's just, yeah, I mean that's impressive, man.
Yeah, and it helped me out. Like I said, like I got like good insurance. I was able to like you know, for like money for like college, which like so like I went to college, basically like to culinary school, you know, became a chef, basically doing like one of my second things right there, like besides, you know, like I'm saying, like trying out for wrestling. It's like I either wanted to wrestle or I wanted to be a chef. But when I hurt my left knee right here, like I'm saying, you know, that's when I decided, like, you know, I'm just going, like, you know, cook, because I love cooking a lot, you know, more than anything in the world. So that's what I've basically been doing so far.
Right. Hold on a second here. Got a super chat here from RVA DAR. $5.
Hey.
Is that a friend of yours?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it the Navy is known as squids and are far superior in every way?
Only a Navy head would say something like that.
All right.
But can a squid travel on land?
I don't know. You tell me.
Like I said, outside that water, y'all ain't nothing.
Well, thank you very much for your information there, RVA DAR. Fuck, that's a mouthful.
I know. I call him RVA DAR.
Right. That's probably a better way to say it. So thanks, man. So you're saying you're a chef?
Yes.
Basically, and you love cooking.
Oh yes, like I say, you know, it can get tiresome sometimes, but majority of the time I love it. Like especially like when I'm catering for a lot of people and they come and they actually, you know, enjoy what you're cooking. And since I live down here in Texas, you already know I love me some barbecue, man. Ooh, anytime I can get a chance.
You're doing?
Huh? No, I can do a variety of stuff, but it's like, you know, I love the barbecue whenever I get the chance, man.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, why would you ever eat anything else if you had the choice? That's basically my theory on things. I mean, like if you could just have like a nice slow cooker going. Unfortunately, I can't really do that because I have a condo, so they don't really allow that kind of shit. That's what I love barbecue.
I'm saying, especially like I'm saying, when it comes to like ribs and brisket, like if you get like a really, I'm saying, nice good brisket, like I said, it's got like a good amount of fat on it, like not too much, not too little, and you just basically, you know, season that boy up and then put it on the smoker and let it like slow cook, man. By the time you just slice that bowl open and stuff like that, man, all the juices just come like just come out, and oh God, it's just like before you, and that's before you even like add do it, man. It's like, and don't get me started on it.
It's like one of the best things in the world. Like it's right up there with fucking sex, man.
Man, I'm saying in like slow cooked ribs, like shh.
Oh, baby back ribs. Oh.
man.
With some nice barbecue hickory sauce and shit.
You know, and I'm the type, like I said, I like mine like barbecue sauce. So, you know, some people like them wet, some of them like them dry. You know, like I'm the type, I like wet ribs. Like, you know, like I gotta have like a good, I'm saying, you know, good bunch of barbecue sauce on mine.
Oh yeah,
messing with my ribs.
I'm totally with you, man. That's got to be wet.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
of course. I mean, it's kind of like saying, like, is you know, like, is it better with a really good steak or a slightly good steak? Well, you know, a slightly good steak, it's good too, but it's better with wet. I'll still have the dry rub, sure. It's going to be okay too, but I prefer the wet one.
Yes.
I've had some good dry rubs. That's okay. It's not like it sucks ass or anything. But
like
yeah, definitely a nice hickory, brown sugar and hickory kind of thing.
Oh yeah, cause with mine, like what I do is like I take like my ribs and I'll like marinate them with kind of like a rub, which basically includes like brown sugar, hickory, little garlic powder, like dark dark chili powder, a little cayenne pepper right there, like, and just basically like mix that all together and and marinate it to them, and I'll leave them over there overnight to the time where I'm about to get ready, like I'll throw them on the grill. And like I'll just sit up there and I'll let them slow cook for like about a couple hours right there, to the fact where they get like fall off the bone. Like as soon as you touch them, they're just like coming apart right there. And I'm like,
oh yeah,
man,
that's the stuff right there. The way you can just pick up a fucking rib and you can suck the meat off the bone with
that's the perfect right there.
No effort, just suck it off. It's just like some sort of weird meat lollipop. Okay, that sounded sexual.
That's what you do. Like I said, when you know the ribs right there, and like I said, and it's seasoned good and it's falling off like that. Yeah, that's what it is, man. It's like making love. Like
it is sexual.
I know. So when a lot of women be seeing us like eating barbecue and stuff like that, and we got that look on our face, like that's what it is. It's like, girl, shit.
Yeah, they're getting jealous.
Yeah, you never do that. You never do that with me. Yeah,
Oh, there are so many wrong things you can reply with that.
Oh man. Look at RV talking about, yeah, this is getting it. Yeah, when it comes to good food, man, shoot. I think my list of things that I like to cook is seafood. Like I'm not a big seafood fan. It's like
I'm allergic to all seafood, so I can't even stand the smell of it.
Oh, especially like the shrimp Alfredo. Oh my God, when I have to make that, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna regret this.
Yeah.
Like the shrimp Alfredo and the shrimp scampi, like those are not my two favorite dishes.
No, I mean, I guess when you're allergic, you develop an extra sort of safety precaution, so you really hate it because you know if you eat it, you're gonna be sick as a fucking dog. But yeah, so for other people, I suppose it could be good, but yeah, I can't stand the fucking thing.
Yeah, I just never got used to it. It just wasn't to my taste. Like,
yeah, and
no.
I'm not sure if it's because I'm allergic or not, but or it's the other way around. But to me, they're just bugs. It's no different than a fucking cockroach to me. You want to eat a fucking lobster? It looks like a huge cockroach. Why would you eat that?
I don't know. Like, now Maine, I think it's rocktail lobster. Like now that I can eat right there. The main tail, yeah, it's got like that fishy like to it that I can't really enjoy. No, like tilapia, salmon. Like I can eat that because you know I had to eat a lot of that right there, and cod as part of my way of like getting back in shape.
Mm-hmm.
So those three types of fish right there, I can you know like really enjoy if I cook it right.
Yeah, I just can't even stand the smell. Nothing of that. But I think that's a safety precaution my body has developed just to make sure you don't eat that fucking thing because you're gonna die. So I understand that people want it, and it's supposedly tastes good, but yeah, fuck you keep that shit. I'll keep I'll get the baby back ribs. That's what you get the fish and the fucking sea cockroaches. Just give me the fucking pig. Give me the fucking cow. I'll carve off what I need and ride the rest home.
Oh man. Well, I'm glad these sinuses aren't as bugging me as much as they was earlier. Things like this, you know, to have this conversation with. But yeah, but with my job, it's like it requires me to like cook a whole lot of things. You know, of course, you know, like you know, I can't dodge the seafood whatsoever because some of the people who we like cooking we cater to, you know, they just love it. So it's like, hey, you know, if I have to cook it, I'll cook it. You know, like I might not enjoy it, but I will.
Yeah, I mean, I know most people absolutely love it. That's it's just the way it is. I accept that, and that's the way it is. But doesn't mean I have to love it.
No.
So, what do you do? What beside from barbecue, do you like to? What kind of cuisine do you do?
I see, man, there's a whole lot of cuisines that we make and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it all depends. Like, you know, we'll do the Italians, we'll do like the French cuisines and things like that. Like, I think the last time like we had like a catering order, it required us to make like stuffed flounder and like filet mignon and like the beef you know, like the beef that's like wrapped in bacon right there, and that's really interesting to do. How you take like
pretty good.
Yeah, like we have to order like these round cuts of beef, and we have to basically like, you know, circle them around with like all this bacon right here, and like add like a little brown sugar, and then like I throw it up in there. Like, oh god, like, you know, I'm saying those be good right there. And filet mignon, if you cook that boy to a certain temperature, you know what I'm saying, and it comes out right, man, it's just like a nice easy cut through.
Ryan, what do you as a chef? What do you prefer?
Let's see.
Do you prefer it like well done or medium rare or rare or what?
More like in the medium zone. So like that way, like, you know, it's not you know, it's not really raw, but it's not really cooked. You know,
Mm-hmm.
because most of them like that's what they do. Like they prefer it like to go like medium or medium well, because because it's gonna sit there for a while. And most of like it'd be like still like in like the juices, but you don't want to cook it like real well because it's gonna get tough over time. So they
Right.
basically prefer us to like make everything medium, and I like it too because I've got kind of mostly used to that. Now I can't get used to the rare and all the stuff that they be doing. Okay, I can understand a little peak, but not when it's moving still.
I'm kind of a rare guy though. I'm kind of like that, or at least medium rare.
Mm.
It's when the whole thing goes gray, nah. I want it to be red.
Like I said, so my thing is like basically like medium wells. Like I'll cook it well done if I know I'm gonna eat it like right then and there, and I'm gonna just like devour it as fast as I can. Because it's like as time, like when it gets cold, it turns to the freaking rubber. So
yeah. I mean, the only thing that I worry about is there going to be any fucking bugs in there? If I'm sure there's not, then I'd just make it rare as possible. Just fucking touch the pan like a second on each side.
Oh, so you want extra rare?
Yeah, pretty much. If I can trust the meat, sure.
I've had a couple of folks that did that right there. I'm saying just sear it on the side right there. I'm like, man, why don't I just give you the steak right now?
Yeah, but that's pretty much it. The steak. I mean the searing it's just adding. It's kind of like a spice, but the taste is the raw meat. That is. I mean, have you ever had steak tartare?
No, I said no. We haven't had that.
That's awesome. It's fucking. That's nice. It's just raw meat. That's all it is. But you obviously have to trust the meat to do that because it's not even any searing. And it's fucking brilliant. Nothing will beat a steak tartare.
Yeah, so like besides those right there, I like making the salmon, like especially like I said, we'll have either pan fried or we have basically roasted salmon.
Right, but all those sushi guys, they're all raw, right? They know what I'm talking about.
The ones that eat sushi.
Yeah, sushi guys know what I'm talking about, even though it's fish, but they know the raw taste. It's pretty good.
I never had sushi. I'm like, I don't want to do that raw fish.
No, me neither, obviously, because I'm allergic. But I get the idea because I like the raw meat. The what's that called? The Italians have what the hell is that called? They have some sort of raw beef. Carpaccio. There we go. You know that?
What gazpacho? What is it called? Or gazpacho?
No, carpaccio or something like that. Not gazpacho. That's like tomatoes, right?
I'm thinking so. Like
basically some sort of tenderloin kind of thing from that they just. I don't know. They don't cook it. They just cure it for a while, and then there you go. It's basically raw. It's awesome.
You say carpaccio or no?
You're robot.
That is. Oh, sorry about that. Like the gazpacho. Like I said, yes, most of the tomatoes.
Yeah, not gazpacho. I think it's carpaccio or something like that. I don't know. I'm not Italian.
I found the the beef carpaccio.
Right.
We've never done this.
It's fucking awesome, man. It's so expensive that your hair will turn gray, but but usually they sell it in a couple of slices at a time.
No, I have to look this up.
It's like if you could take all the best parts of bacon and chocolate and vanilla ice cream and chocolate ice cream and all that stuff, and it's better than that. It's like candy, but in meat form.
Like I said, I have to look that up and see. Like, let me see how to make this. That's one thing I should also as a chef, like like learning like new things and like that looks interesting. Like there, I'm gonna see if I can find that recipe and see if I can make that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, if someone other human can do it, you can do it. It's like what is it that Steve Jobs always used to do? Like, just if you can just figure out that everything around you was made by people just as stupid as you are, you can make a dent in the universe.
Yeah. And also, as a chef, it's like I'm saying, it's always great to try new things because you never know what's out there that you're gonna like.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, fucking food, man. That's all we got right now during this fucking lockdown.
I know, like I said, besides food and basically, like, talking. Talking to live streams online and things like that. So that's been passing a lot of people's time.
Imagine, like, because we had this exact same thing 100 years ago, the Spanish flu or whatever.
God,
that was like 1918 to 1920, right? So roughly 100 years ago.
That's
remember that? Well, not remember, but you've heard of it, right?
I say I've heard of it, but it's like
yeah, you weren't alive back then, but yeah, you heard of it. Like, imagine back then how boring it was when those guys told you, "You gotta stay inside, asshole. There's a fucking lockdown." What am I gonna do? Netflix hasn't been invented yet.
It lasted for 2 years. Like, man.
Yeah, like what are we gonna do? I mean, there's only so many fucking poker games I can stand. I'm gonna fucking kill someone after about 500 poker games.
Yeah, I
don't care if I die. Half of them didn't die of the virus; they died of boredom or killed each other.
And like, I swear to God, if we play this one more time, man, I'm gonna hurt something.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
To that point.
No, we got lots of stuff to distract us now. We're fucking spoiled as hell. We got all the music in the world and all the movies, all the TV series and all the social media and live streams and video chats and all that. So we're fine. I mean, that part is fucking amazing. We just we have to give credit where credit is due. As far as lockdowns go, this is like a cakewalk.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I agree totally right there. Like, shit. Yes, it's a good thing, like, to keep people like busy, like and basically like, let's see what I'm looking for. Like, keep them from basically like going nuts and going out there and doing stuff crazy, even though there are some people out there who will do, but it basically keeps folks busy at the moment until this whole entire thing. See, hopefully, it doesn't keep them too busy to the fact that that's the only thing they want to do. Like, no, but I mean, have to go back to work.
But I mean, it human beings are like, what's the old fucking biblical saying? Like the idle hands are the devil's playground, or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
If you just have, if you could just keep your mind occupied, that's a pretty good thing for human beings. And we have all the fucking things to keep ourselves occupied.
Yeah, it's like idle hands are the devil's workshop.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, we can at least stave off that thing, because it must have been fucking horrible during those days. Being on lockdown, like there's nothing to do, no TV, no cell phones, no internet, no computers, no nothing. It's just a deck of cards. That's it.
Oh,
for 2 years.
So nuts.
2 years, just a deck of cards. That's it.
Oh God. Yeah, that's hard not to go nuts, dude.
That's pretty much all people had. You know, not even a fucking. This is the 20s. They didn't even have a record player unless you were a fucking billionaire. So nothing.
Yeah, during the 1900s,
that's hell.
You can just imagine how the technology was back then, because.
No, I mean you'd be a pretty fucking well off guy if you even had electricity and indoor plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not saying you had to be a billionaire to have that, but you'd probably be upper middle class.
So,
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the type of stuff right there, like that a lot of people basically take for granted. Like they don't see how we've evolved, you know, all over these years to what stuff that we used didn't have.
Yeah, I mean, we've come along that way. That's for sure.
Oh yeah,
and I'm not saying we should always like be grateful forever. Thanks to the Greeks for democracy 3,000 years ago. It's fine, you know. We're past that. So that's not what I'm saying, but it is still.
Mm-hmm.
It's just 100 years ago. They were most people didn't have indoor plumbing. They didn't have electricity. They certainly didn't have any sort of entertainment system of any kind, even a record player. And just 100 years later, any person at any point on the planet can pick up a little thing and call any other person on the planet. Have video conference calls that are more futuristic than Star Trek was when it first aired. It's kind of cool when you think about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I said, when's the last time like you was able to make a call from the United States way over here to Australia?
I mean, if that was just like 20 years ago, that would have cost you an arm and a leg.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just, yeah, okay, let's just bring up some sort of stream thingy and do it. Cost nothing.
Yeah, and also like thanks to the internet now, like well, you're able to see through a lot of lies and deceptions now. Because can you imagine how the news was like before the internet was invented? Like, you know, like how much stuff that they got away with, because now you can go and you can fact check a whole lot of things.
Right.
They can't get away with a lot of things, and they've tried.
and yet now they're talking about fake news. Imagine how much shit they pulled over our eyes with just unbelievably crazy shit.
Oh man, and I questioned that too, man. When I saw them when they got busted over the whole Covington thing, then the whole the whole turkey thing, where they tried to claim that that display in, like, I think it was in Kentucky or something like that. They tried to claim that, like, I'm saying, like, oh, look what's happening in Turkey right now, and it turned out to be some kind of show.
What was that?
Let's see. I'm gonna try to see if I can look it up.
Is it like a news article or something you got?
It was on the news.
I totally missed that, I guess. You can share the screen if you got
Oh,
like something.
yeah, it was like it was ABC. It was ABC News. They used like a Kentucky gun range videos and claimed that it was a turkey
Oh
thing.
yeah. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Oh yeah. It was like a gun show, like a little 4th of July thing, right?
Yes.
And then they said that was a war zone.
Yeah, like I said, they tried to pull the whole turkey thing, but of course, thanks to the internet and a lot of internet sleuthing, it came up, and they had to be like, "Oh, it was wrong."
Oh yeah.
Now, if we didn't have the internet, imagine we would actually believe that.
Of course, everyone would have believed it. I mean, I saw it and I was like, okay, I guess. And then obviously some massive autist on 4chan was like, I'm gonna fucking check this shit out. And they started doing the reverse lookup and image reverse search and shit. And like, no, I've seen this video before. This is a 4th of July celebration in Kentucky. This is not a war zone in Turkey, asshole. That was awesome. That was awesome.
It was, man, because I'm just like, y'all got caught again.
That was an awesome thing. I've forgotten about that. That's when was that? Was that like 2 years ago or something?
I think it was like a little bit under a year.
Yeah, something like that. It's got to be between 1 year and 2 years, something like that. It's fucking awesome. It's like such a fucking slam dunk. Like, you fucking idiots.
Yeah, it was
you actually ran a fucking major worldwide news story.
Yeah, it was back in October of last year.
Okay. Right. It's like they just ran that. Like, yes. Let's just go with this shit because we get our clicks.
Yeah, they got clicks, all right. And they wonder why people don't trust them anymore, man.
That's the scary part, isn't it? Because they actually did get their clicks. So in a way, it paid off.
Yeah, but it's like now, it's like anytime now they come out, and I'm saying whether it's CNN, ABC, Fox, and all that right there, the minute that they say something, I'm just like second guessing it because I'm like, y'all guys have been busted. Like I'm saying, spreading it's fake propaganda so much.
It's not good. It's not good for them in that way, but they sure got their clicks. Even the guys who hated them and didn't believe them had to go and check it out. So they must have had like a fucking click orgasm. Because everyone was clicking on that story. Even if they obviously didn't believe it, they had to go check it out. I checked it out. I clicked it. I had to go compare the videos. And it was glorious to just see, yes, this is just a idiots, some guys in a fucking field shooting off their guns and their fireworks, and just crop that image, like take off 50%. It'll look like a war zone. Trust me.
Yeah, because I enjoyed when it came out and found out y'all got caught in the lie again. I mean, I just enjoyed watching them just fumble over themselves.
Oh yeah. That was glorious.
And they had to admit it, like I said, we were wrong because there was no way of but it could have happened, but it didn't, like you just got busted lying, trying to spread propaganda, and you don't want to admit that.
No, but what could he do?
Yeah, like I said, but on that note right there, I gotta kind of lay my head down right here, try to like get rid of some of this pressure off my. I don't know. It's like when you have sinus problems, it seems like by where your eyes and where your nose and things like that. It's like somebody just got you in like an iron claw, and it's just like slowly like crushing your damn face.
Yeah, it's fucking painful.
Mm.
I know what you mean. Don't envy you.
Yeah, I know, but I'll eventually get over this. Like I said, hopefully by tomorrow, and I'll be back. I'll be back at work. You know what I'm saying, doing one of the things that I love. But it's like, until then, I'm finna sit up here and I'm finna kind of like rest my head up here.
Yeah. Got you,
All right.
man.
All right, well, it was great. You know what I'm saying, talking, hanging out with you again. It's been a while, man. I enjoyed this.
Oh, I enjoyed it too. You're awesome to hang out with, man.
Oh, same here, man.
All right. Take care, man.
All right, now take care.
Okay, so I'm just gonna talk to the chat and see if everyone's all right, and if anyone has any questions before I sign off too. Otherwise, I will. So let's give that a couple of seconds. Don't think there are any questions coming up. Let's adjust that microphone. All right. I guess everyone's all right. Oh, Babbling Brook, how's married life, buddy? Well, we're not married, we're engaged, but engaged life is awesome. So thanks for that question. But yeah, engaged life is great. It'll be married life soon enough. The Amazing Critterman says, thanks for the stream. RVA Dar says, enjoy your content. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate you checking it out. All right. I think pretty much everyone has fallen asleep at this point. Been going for 3 hours, I guess, as far as I can see. Babbling Brook is getting divorced? Really? You should have come on and told your story then. I guess you're too sick. Did you really have corona, Babbling Brook? Is that what you were implying before? Next time. Maybe corona. Okay. I really hope you don't have that. I hope that you can avoid that. That seems scary to me. Anyway, all right. So thank you very much for tuning in. Keep me posting. Keep me posted, Babbling Brook, about your condition there. I will talk to you next time. Thanks for joining us, and bye-bye.